after some long, hard adventuring, getting stuff done. It is now the morning of the 29th. It is now 11 o'clock in the morning. You guys, that's the agreed upon time that you guys were going to meet and get ready to discuss whatever you guys are planning for the rest of the time that you guys are going to be here in province. You guys are all returning from wherever that you are. You as well, Wiz, or Ram, excuse me. So, uh, the upcoming calendar for you guys on May the 2nd is a hearing with the Council of Nine to see if you guys can get an Adventurers Guild. Also, in tow with you is your good friend Benjamin Grimstone, uh, who has returned with you guys so you guys can turn in your quest. Let's see. What else am I forgetting here? Yes, to the Priest of Cord. So, what would you guys like to do?
Do I find, does Ram find any of the other members of the Tipsy Toad ownership group or whatever they're called?
So you come running back in as everyone's ready to is meeting up at 11 a.m. So not just Tipsy Toad people. Yeah, you'll see Telly behind bar, or Damien behind bar and Telly serving, as they're getting ready for lunchtime. But you also see your group.
All right, so when I like burst in, I just like yell that Scab needs help. Like I'm exasperated. I sprint up the stairs or whatever, and I'm just yelling, "Scab needs help! Scab needs help!"
Hey, little dragons, look, it's okay, man. You just stop picking the scabs, and they'll be fine.
No. Scab needs help.
Okay.
What happened?
I don't know. I found him like this, and then I said, come with me. I'm just like yelling, and I run back down the stairs.
All right, Telly will accompany you.
Nevins
well.
will follow.
Zashay will start like trucking along, but like every time like a second passes, he's another 5-10 feet further behind you.
So I just run all the way back to Scab.
Gotta
All
wait
right,
for us. Where are we going? What?
So you guys are following Telly. Telly knows the proper doorknob behind the door to open. When you guys go back, are now transported into their secret place. It's a palace, an extra dimensional fort, if you will, Fortress of Solitude, that the Tipsy Toad crew sleeps in and has for themselves. You're greeted by their greeter, Dobby, who says, "Ah, Master, welcome back. Apparently, Scab has fallen down, and he's in front of his room." So all of you guys go and see Scab. He's not naked. He's has a muumuu kind of thing, like a bathrobe muumuu type deal. His helm on and his sword grasped in his hand, and he looks to be unconscious.
Does this happen often?
Telly's looks at everyone. I've never seen Scab like this. And you guys rush over and then look at him with Ram. Do you tell them anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I just explained what happened is that he and I were talking, and then he fell down, and I tried to feed him a healing potion, and it didn't work. And then I like searched his room for some medicine, and I couldn't find anything. So I thought maybe if like it was his armor that was keeping him alive or something. So I tried my best to put it all together. And that stupid Dobby wouldn't help me at all. He was just like, he wanted Scab to die, and he wouldn't communicate to Telly for you to come down here or anything like that. So I had to run and get you guys.
Nevins will make eyes with Affy, then make eyes with Dobby, and guys back with Telly, and then back to Affy again. Like,
Well,
okay.
A lot of people kind of want to see Scab dead. It's not shocking. They'll shrugs that part off, but
So you found him like this? You didn't see what happened?
No, he just fell down. I did see what happened. We were talking. He looked a little worse for wear. I asked him if he was okay, and said he was fine, and then he just collapsed right in front of me.
Telly looks to you and asks, "How did you get in here? How did you even know this was here?"
Oh, don't worry about that.
I want to make an insight check.
I don't think you have to at this point. We just assume.
I'm telling the truth.
Or his version of it, at
I
least.
am. No, I'm telling 100% the truth, not my version.
Is that Shayla
Yeah.
keeps chugging up?
Nevins, you
I was down there.
were you with the group when they first went into this portal?
I have no idea. Let's say no.
I remember it was like 3 of you guys. All right, yeah, you're obviously a little wary of Ram. You know, him sometimes.
Oh my god, I'm telling the truth.
Same
I'm just
thing.
gonna let this pan out.
Yeah. I mean, Ram has never, outside of him trying to kill you on multiple occasions, in battle, really well. He hasn't portrayed you openly outside of trying to kill you. So you're kind of like, maybe.
Right, so Telly, why don't you use some of your healing then, magic then, Bob's your uncle, and then bring our friend Scab up there, will you? Right, cheers.
So Telly concentrates for a little bit and says this will take some time. About 10 minutes pass, and um, out of nowhere, just this holy column of light shines down, and this orb of magnificence travels the column from ceiling into Scab, and Scab uh, sits up a little bit, a little worse for the wear, uh, and just kind of looks at Telly and in kind of disbelief.
Hey there,
Yeah,
buddy. You all right?
the armor. Get me my armor.
Uh,
Okay, and where's this at?
I sort of like Craig. Can I have like just drug it like a couple feet when I realized that like I'll bring someone to it.
Yeah, well, you know it was sitting up when you tried to bring him the armor earlier, and you just toppled it. You weren't able to
All right,
move
so
it.
I grab
And just that
okay.
initial.
I grab Fricka's
just-
hand and pull her toward the armor.
and she'll go and.
Yeah.
Is it like all one piece, or is it all a billion
No,
pieces?
it's multiple pieces.
Uh,
Multiple pieces. It takes a while to put on.
she'll get the main parts.
Yeah, and as you're putting on more and more of it, he's coming back to life, and you see kind of color restored to him, and his wits are returning, and he's more, well, I would say he's less hostile, but it's hard to tell. Thank you. And he just kind of
Ram looks at him and says, "You're very welcome," and bows.
I mean, he's a sight, over his moo you have this armor on him, and he's got his helm and sword kind of on the ground. Everyone can go back to their business. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Frigga has this very dubious look, like, uh-huh. Most people don't need armor to stand. Is there anything we could do to fix that?
Fix
Nobody
what?
wants to make an Arcana check. Like
Sure.
us do it. I just want to see.
Yeah, so Scab isn't necessarily. He's been pretty forthcoming about what he owns and his armor. His armor is, for what you know, it's he's called it Grandered Berserker armor, and you have a feeling it's taking a toll on him.
I'll tell that to him. Say, oi, are you fucking mental? His armor's killing you.
It's kept me alive more than once. If it kills me now, it would be fair.
No, it ain't.
it is kind of foolish just to throw your life away for a stupid set of armor.
Hey, look, if it kept him alive in the past and it kills him now, it's a pretty good deal, man. I mean, if it was the other way around, he'd already be dead.
Finally, something I can agree to. Now, enough fuss about me. Go on about your business.
Mm.
And where's Dobby? I can't believe you guys got in here.
Hey, look, in Dobby's defense, man, he tried really hard to keep us out last time. Like, really hard.
Last time,
Sure,
You've
but the
been here
little
before?
dragons. Yeah, man, it's little dragons.
he shoots his glance at Ram.
I wave at him. I wave at him.
And he's just returning to his surly self, and he stands up. Fine. And he goes back to his room. Just walks off to his room.
How big this
So he
place
can-
is, anyway?
She and Jenna. So this place is, maybe I'll actually put a map to it eventually. It's you guys are right now in a hallway with 5 doors. Scab goes off to the last door. On if you guys are, yeah, on your left. Ahead of you is another door, and there's a chamber behind there. And behind you guys, where you guys came in, is the entrance or that receiving area, and that receiving area has 3 doors of its own. I believe you guys have not explored the rest of the place yet.
Hey, Frigus, if, like, things go a little bad, make sure we remembers this place for, like, the women's and children's and stuff.
Got it.
But from what you guys can tell, and what Telly will tell you, this is where they live. The Tipsy Toad people. All 5 of these doors are their rooms. Each room is enchanted to remind them of home, and only one of the 5 can suppose as one of the 5 dies, one of the rooms itself will dim. It'll become vacant.
It's a weird place, man.
Adventuring, it's what some things you get from a long life of adventuring. Maybe you guys will get someplace like this of your own.
Yeah, man. Did we tell you about our snake daggers? It was awesome. Like, Ram was like, no, I like playing with the little demon cock, but no. Snake daggers. That's where's it at?
I'm sure. And so Telly walks off knowing that, Scab can take care of himself, and he doesn't necessarily usher you guys out. You guys are friends, so you guys can do what you will.
Yeah, Grognak's going to leave basically once the situation is over and just go back to the table. One of the tables is Toad.
Yep. And you take the portal back, and you arrive in the basement of the Tipsy Toad, behind the door. What about the rest of you?
Well, we've got to go, man. We got litters to give and sickles to get.
People to see, things to kill.
You're busy as long as you think he's alright, but she doesn't like the thought of the whole cursed armor thing, because that's not an enchantment to her. That's definitely a curse. But it's not really her place. This is their house. This is what they do. She could just grump about it by herself.
One person's curse is another person's enchantment, so it seems. I'll bring you to a tavern. Good old Bimmy. Bimmy's gone. So here you guys are at the Toad. This isn't the exact layout of the Toad, but close enough. in your with you guys let me some guys down here. Tipsy Toad characters out. Damien's behind bar, as he normally is. Sheridan is preparing for a noontime show. And Telly is walking around, getting ready for service. Your friend Ben Grimstone is chatting up a interesting stranger over here. Actually, and Sheridan comes and sits next to the stranger as well. But it's pretty empty right now. You know, the Toad hasn't officially opened. It's just right now, just the residents, people who spent the night. The Toad likes to open right for the lunch rush and stay open until late at night. But you guys have obviously have entry into it whenever you. So, what are you guys talking about?
I'm going to tell Grognak that word around the campfire is that he's a member of the Assassin's Guild, and that the reason why you're wanted is for killing people in revenge for destruction of the guild. That's just what he's heard the college and the artisan.
Wait. Come again?
Yeah, they say that the reason why you're wanted is let me say.
I've settled that business. They got my statement.
Let's see. I hear that the wanted man that looks like Grognak is a remnant of the Assassin's Guild looking to get revenge on those who destroy the Assassins Guild. That is just a little rumor I've heard.
Wait, so you're saying there's another person out there that looks like me?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just what people are saying.
Well, either way.
Could be magic. I mean, didn't you switch how you looked? Like,
Right. See, apparently that was a feat I wasn't supposed to take, actually. So that was an error on my bad, because I'm a terrible roleplayer. But anyway. So apparently that was not an innate ability of my race. That was actually a feat I had the option to take. Instead, I took the stat block and then oops. So,
whoops.
but hey, magic, right? It does weird things.
He looks. Sometimes he just catches up with you and bams.
Hey, Bob's your uncle. It all worked out.
So looks. Aside from this, we got this letter that we used to turn in too, and this is probably going to be a little bit of trouble.
We have a whole lot of things on our plate right now. We should probably figure out what we're doing with.
Right. Let's knock out this to-do list.
So looks. I'm thinking if we goes and does like the turn in the letter that we got from Ben. Hey Ben, good letter, man. Didn't read it, but good letter. We go to turn that in, see if we can get our sequel, and if that gives us trouble, who knows? Then we go turn in our letter from the folks in the tower. There's a little letter recommendation that was good, and then maybe we see if we get our guilds together. A couple of days, see if we get our guilds and go from there.
To be honest, I don't trust anybody at that front desk. I think we should to the council personally.
Well, that's what, like 3 days, man. 3 days we go talk to the councils.
Right, and that's when we turn in the letter of recommendation.
Okay, so we hang on to it till then.
Ben has graciously said that he would help turn in the letter personally, and he would show up at your hearing to vouch for you guys. As a prince of Steel Province, his word may have some weight.
Well, that's awfully kind of you.
Right. Cheers. Tip a pint there.
That across the room, he lifts his glass because he's always, he's definitely drinking.
You show him you got the stones.
Okay.
Does anyone think we should clear Grognak's name before we?
I've already talked to them.
Okay, that's all. Oh, that's right. That's all taken care of.
Yeah.
It's all
We
coming
should-
back to me.
Should keep an eye out just in case we see someone that looks like him that ain't him. I mean, I at least got a way to double check. And
I kind of look at friggin'. What do you mean?
she takes out the little wooden thingy. If you don't respond to me, you know it ain't you.
Brew. Forgot about that stupid thing. You were robot?
Uh-oh.
Only source of healing.
So while Zache is like doing the robot over there, Ben, Sheridan, and a strange fellow walk over and sit next to you guys. They pull up some more tables and chairs, and Sheridan says to you guys, "Hey, I'd like you to introduce my new friend over here. His name is Krex. Seems like good folk. He's looking for some work. I thought that you guys, since I know you guys are trying to start an adventurers guild, could use an extra hand."
Greetings.
Well, howdy.
Cheers. Nice to meet you.
Grognak's just going to look him up and down, kind of sizing him up.
So
Sure.
he's about
Yeah, what are they seeing?
he's a human male in his early to mid 30s, dark hair, relatively short beard, long hair up top. He's wearing a plain black tunic and plain black leggings with leather gloves and a belt with quite a few pouches. And there's the end of what might be a stick or wand sticking out of one of the pouches. And he's also wearing a plain leather cloak. And the longer you are around him, the more sulfurous the smell around him seems to become. It's not overpowering, but it's definitely noticeable.
You might
Right,
want to take a bath. I don't know how long you've been traveling.
It's an artifact of an experiment gone awry once. It has nothing to do with my bathing habits.
Well, maybe you should try to do an experiment and try to get rid of it. That could definitely give
To
us
be
a
honest,
way
I'm
in
so
this
used to it,
stealth.
I hardly even notice it anymore. My apologies.
Boy, Grognak, go easy on the new guy. Hey,
He's
magic
pulling
user, right?
experience.
Nice.
Yeah. Also a bit of a second floor man, you might say. Can get in places, get out, find things.
Well, can't be any worse than Ram. He has a habit of getting into places he shouldn't.
And which one is Ram?
I kind of point towards the little red kobold that's hanging out near the door.
Ram gives the peace sign to Krex.
I give him a wave. So Sheridan and Ben say that you might have work.
There's always work to be done.
We're in the midst of a whole lot right now. Any help would be appreciated.
Well, I'm certainly interested. Again, specialties are information gathering, reconnaissance, that sort of thing.
Hey, Goods, man. Got a quick question for you. You know anything about like the local priestesses?
Haven't been in town very long, so
It's okay, man. So what I'm gonna do is like test number one. Ready? We're gonna pick a priestess completely at random that I've already determined, and we're gonna tell you needs to go find out everything you can about her, and you have a couple of days to do this, so like no rushing. But it's gonna be kind of importance.
so who's the mark?
We's gonna get into that, but first, we's gonna see if you not dying.
Haven't yet.
It's a good plan, man. Now, you keep that up, okay? Because, like, bringing you back from dying is huge pains. Don't like it.
I don't expect I would enjoy the experience either. So what's the test?
Well, it's pretty easy. We're just going to go do some things, and it's like 50-50. People's just going to try and kill us, and your job is to not be dead.
Sounds good. I'm in.
See that? He knows how it goes.
So looking him up and down, he's not really wearing armor, is he? He's just kind of plain clothes.
Yeah, no armor.
Yep. Okay.
Don't worry, man. We'll get those guys who took your armor.
I don't think that's gonna be necessary.
Oh, did you like you sail it?
I'll throw my hands above my head and then flick them down towards the ground and cast mage armor on myself.
Oh god, he's flamboyant.
Oh, man. Look at that. You're like piece of paper. Oh, it's not, man's. Looks, you just we'll get you fixed up, buddy. We'll find you some nice medals. You'll be okay. You just try to stay alive till it ends.
I like this guy.
I'll just kind of nod along to what Grognak is saying. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, that sounds great.
I don't know, man. It looks like you might just fold under any actual armor.
No, man, it'll be okay. Look, what we'll do is we'll make a little catapult and we'll get him all armored up. We'll put him in the catapult and then we'll just launch him. What? No, look, it'll be fine. So, look, he'll be like.
Enough about the siege weaponry.
It's
No siege wizardry.
it's the best wizardry, man. Siege wizardry. Like, look, he said second floor, man. How are you gonna get second floor? Catapults, man. I'm telling you.
There's always the traditional methods: grappling hook and rope.
And look at that. You don't even need the grappling hook and the rope. Catapults, bam, right through the windows. Maybe like 2-3 tries, a few walls. It'll be okay.
He may be a trebuchet man.
Hey, look, if you want to go old schools.
No school like the old school.
Dear God.
Right, so
Okay.
where are we starting with all our tasks?
Well, I think the most immediate thing that we can accomplish is turning in a damn letter.
You got it. So let's go see if the Decors is, good at keeping their deals.
Let's do it. As long as we do something, let's go. Enough grab assing around here.
Doors open in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The door's open.
Yep, that's our cue to get out of here. I don't want to be around this many people.
He's a little weird about that, buddy.
You would be coming from my background.
That's a really strange things to say, because, like, if I was coming from your background, your moms would have been, like, totally confused.
He got you there.
All right. So I believe you guys are off to Cord. Right? It's the two. Yes, you're off to the Priest of Cord.
Is this a Tipsy Toad by 9? I forget where.
Great question. I wrote that down somewhere, so I wouldn't have to remember any of that. Let's see if I was good at. Temples. No, didn't write it down. Of course not. So yeah, let's say Cord is in one. Yeah, it's not in the wealthier districts. Let's say it's like
I think it's in the Commons district.
you guys are like 9, maybe it's in like 11, maybe in 6. Who knows? It's definitely not a well traveled area. It's definitely a side church, right? Like oh, Temple of Court. There we go. It's in the comments. I did write it down. Hooray! Um,
And where's
and
the Tipsy Toad located?
Tipsy Toad is definitely in 9, as well.
Okay.
Let's see. 9 is nope. I'm wrong again. 12. Everyone's in 12. It's
Woo!
been a while. Been a while, folks. The Cord, Temple of Cord, and the Tipsy Toad is here in the Commons, bottom right hand side. And as you guys know and can read, Cord is the god of athletics, sports, brawling, strength, and courage. It is a large mega church. So this church is definitely like the save again type people. Um, they're intense about Cord.
It's a nice
So
church.
I imagine you guys are all showing up, right? And Ben's
Yep.
with you. You taking Crex along?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
After all, this is
So,
part of his first test.
so you guys walk in, the doors open, and a priest comes and walks down the aisle to you guys. Yes. May I help you?
Gonna poke Sachet in the back.
Hey, man, listen up, Cools. I thought Frigga was the one talking. But anyways, hey, looks. Okay, we got like this letter. It was like, well, I guess it was, well, sort of, yeah. Okay, looks, Priest Accord, we used to talk to him. The Takor family, they gave us a letter to give to Ben, who lived in Steel Province. Ben gave us a letter to give back to you. And you should have like a little sickle for us. Be awesome.
Well, I don't know about any arrangements you've had, but the Decor family, yes, they are one of our patrons. Um, you know, if you've had any deal, I should go get. Let me go get the head priest.
It's good, man. Let's go right to the top. Good plans.
Please have a seat in the pew. Um, please feel free to pray to Cord. He is welcoming to all. Let me ask you guys: have you accepted Cord as your savior?
I shift around uncomfortably on my feet.
Grognuk's just going to give her the. You said it was a priestess?
This is a priest. He's
Okay.
going to.
Yeah. Then I'm just going to give him a blank stare.
Right. Well, let me go get the priestess. And he shuffles in the back. And there's only maybe like one person off in the corner praying. Um, it's a nice mega church. There's signs and stations and the whole deal. Potlucks. You see a billboard, for potluck or camps and all that stuff.
What does a
Um,
prayer to Cord look like?
it's very animated. There's some jumping involved. Maybe some clapping. It's not a quiet church when it gets going. But you can't really
Rattlesnakes
tell.
in each hand.
No snakes. But you do see up on those pedestal there. You see some, you know, you see spears. You see um, human-like figures locked in a grapple, and Cord looking down, very pleased. Um, all metaphorical, right? About the struggle of life and all that. So the priest, the priestess comes out and says, "Yes, my priest here tells me that there's some dealings that you've had. Is that correct?"
Oh yeah. Look, so of course they said we should give these letters. We got the letters back. We should give to you, and you'd have a sequel for us.
I see. I see. All right. Well, please come to the back, um, and we can sort all of this out.
You got it. And as she turns around, like bangs on his chest and points up to the statue. Court, buddy, good talks. You see Joaquin, you let her know I'm doing good stuff for her, okay, man? Have a good one.
Oh, Joaquin, I've heard good things about that church.
Oh,
You
man.
guys are growing quite considerably, yes?
Well, it's a little bit. It's give and takes. I mean, Joaquin, all about the trade. So, like, if we grow a little bits, we have to work a little harder.
Yes, well, it's not easy. You know, we were once a small church ourselves, but now we have quite the following.
Yeah, I would think, man. Like, are you into with that, like, arenas?
Arenas? Who's Arenas?
Oh, no, it's the arenas. Arenas.
Oh,
The
yes.
arena.
Yeah, this.
Oh,
Man,
yes.
you guys have
Yes.
such a funny accents.
We do oversee the arena. Yes, that is our under us.
This is a nice place, man. I was
Oh,
thinking about doing a little down there, but got myself a little busy. Grognak here, though, man. You want to talk arm wrestling? This fella, drop a hill giant.
I'm sure. I'm sure. So as you guys walk into the office, there's really only a room to sit for about three of you guys. It's a smaller office. Um, some of you guys gonna have to stand. So please close the door behind you if you will. Um, so you say the Takor family has some items for you. They have graciously let us act on their behalf in some matters. I imagine this is one such dealing. Um, May I see this note that you were going on about?
Oh, sure, here you goes.
Yes. So she takes a second, looks it over. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, look. Grimstone, huh? And she looks up. Oh, that must be you, sir. And he kind of, he's very much like the rest of you guys, not really speaking, just kind of gives a grunt. Like,
No, actually, it's not the little dragons. It's the big guy with the stones.
yes, yes. Grim Stone gave that away. Thank you. Uh, she continues reading. Ah, I see. The sickle. So I do have the sickle. It's in his possession. We are waiting for the return. Thank you for the letter. Um, would you like the meeting with the Decors? We are authorized to organize that if that is something that you would like. Or would you just like your reward and be on your way?
Well, it was just comes for the sickles, but like, if they wants to pay for another meeting, it's fine. But like, it's probably best they wait like 2, maybe 3 days, so we get all like the paperwork and stuff.
Paperwork? Whatever do you mean?
Well, there's all kinds of paperwork.
For what? For meeting?
Looks, we've been waiting like 3 weeks for meetings, so like, I don't know what place this is like, but man's paperwork and waiting is what you guys do.
Well, I can organize a meeting in this very spot. Let's say around noon tomorrow as well. If you'd like to meet the Decors, is that something you'd be amenable with?
Sure, there's. I mean, as long as we get the sickles, they pay, so there's good deals.
Oh yes, yes, yes. And she does
Frigates?
like
Nice.
a prayer and a hidden drawer. You hear like a latch coming loose, and she pulls, and she hands you the sickle.
Yeah, that's a pretty good tricks.
Deal's a deal, as they say. Now, now that you are so much richer, please feel free to drop a copper in our coffer, as we like to say. it's it's only right to patronage those who have helped you as Cord has helped you today. a man of deals would know such things, I am sure.
Oh, of course, man. It's lucky coins all around.
Right, right. Okay, well, I guess we shall expect to see you tomorrow.
Sure. Okay.
And feel free to come back for our 5 o'clock sermon. It's going to be rousing, I know it. Today we're talking about the secret. I'm sure you don't know what that is, but if you join Cord or come back at 5 o'clock, you too can know the secret.
It sounds pretty good, actually.
Nubbins just backs out. Just like, hands in the air.
Hey, Nubbins, don't you want? I mean, it's a sneak. It's a secret, Nubbins. Don't you want to like? Where you going, buddy? Nubbins.
All right. So that is accomplished.
In spare time, identified. Bing.
Thought we had the stats
I
for the
believe
sickle somewhere.
it got away from us, so I think it was a +1 sickle of giving me everything I wanted.
Close to it.
Something like that.
All right, give me a moment. Let me see if I can find it. But you may continue.
Hey, man, this is like return business. That's like the best kind of business. It's nice, man. Nubbins, where are you, man? Nubbins?
What?
Oh, like you went all like shady when they started talking. Did you already know the secrets, Nubbins? Spoilers? Eh?
Yeah. I don't trust those people.
I'll drop a silver in the offering plate on my way out.
Yeah, and despite how far away you are, the priestess, thank you. Somehow she heard that.
God damn, she's just as creepy as that elf lady.
She doesn't seem to have heard that.
So look, man, the decor's not so bad. Look at that.
I don't trust them either.
Grimstone speaks up. I was hoping to see him here.
Who's that?
Get-
The decors?
Yeah.
Well, you can come back at tomorrow's. Be fine.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd like to see his face one more time.
Wait, what was?
I'd like to see his face one more time.
Before.
Well, he threatened us. And as you guys remember, may remember, the Decors basically sent him a note saying that he needed to side with the Decor family in the war that was about to come if he wanted to save his Steel province and be elected the leader of the city. If not, the town would be destroyed.
Wait, I'm sorry, say that again?
So Ben is with you guys because, in addition to the note part, you saw that it was not just a letter of recognition, but he was basically blackmailing Ben, saying that if he did not side with the Decor family in the war and betray the war effort, that Steel Province would be destroyed. But if he did decide to side with them, he would be crowned the new king of Steel Province.
I do recall that.
I don't. I wasn't there for that session.
Oh yeah.
So I am not finding the sickle. Please, someone roll me a 1d20. The higher, the better.
Ooh. I'll do it.
First one, first served. 14, not too shabby. All right. So what would you guys like to do? It's let's say it's 12:30. It was a quick meeting.
That was what cast identifying the sickle. Sachet
I'm
does
getting
not.
there.
Just to make sure that it's actually legit.
I'm getting there.
It's no problem, Spence. Okay, so look, like while we're wandering homes, why don't we swing by the old Temple of Bakom, man? I want to show our new friends the peoples we want him researching. Hey, Grix,
Yeah.
see the curry one up there?
Yeah.
Okay, she's the one.
Does she have a name?
She probably said it, but I was having trouble keeping my eyes up.
All right, I'll take a look at the one he's pointing at and try to
Friggate's just
memorize enough
rolling
of her features to describe
rolling
her.
her eyes.
Looks, it was a busy day.
Okay, so this weapon is a +1 sickle that expands the crit range by 1. So it will crit on a 19 or 20 if you're normal, or if you're a champion, it will crit on an 18 as well.
Phone call?
I guess so.
I don't think
It's
that's
funny you guys can
Oh.
hear it.
the vibrations coming through the table.
Oh, you can hear the vibration. Funny.
Good vibration. Anyway, so looks okay, like that priestess right there.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know like everything. So like any things you can research is good. What she likes, what she doesn't like, dirty little secrets, clean little secrets, all these sorts of things. Because we're probably going to need to make a deal with her like in about the 14th. And it's not very long.
Well, I'll see what I can do. Craig, how big is this temple?
It's a mega church. So it seats thousands. It's quite large.
Okay. I'll have my familiar crawl out of my boot and see if I can tell him to get on that priestess's robe and ride it around.
Sure. Roll me a stealth check for your familiar.
Yeah, let me pull up its stats.
Are we seeing any of this? Yes.
Depends. You are
Looking for it. Depends on the stealth.
into insects.
Depends on his stealth roll.
Yeah, not so great.
So if your passive is higher than that, then yes, you are. And what is
My
this?
passive is that.
It is a spider.
Yeah, so as the spider's approaching the priest, she stomps on.
I shrug.
And the last seconds you hear, I thought we got rid of all the damn spiders. Good.
Shay like looks over at correctly, like that's it, man. There was like the whole plans.
Well, we know she doesn't like spiders now. That's a piece of information.
Well, I mean, see,
Patience.
hey, lethal dragon, how those
Please
eggs
take
yours
time.
doing?
Yeah, I forgot about
I
this.
think we still have like a month more.
Yeah, he rolled really high. So what's hatching day? Hatching day is June 17th.
Man, that's not going to be enough times.
but we did add days, actually. Hold on, we added days. We made this 10 days. At the time, it was 7 days. So we will move this up 5. You can move it up 9 days. I'm right now. Math is. We went from 28 to 30 days. There's 3 extra days, so 6 days. So it's now June 11th. Congratulations, you're close.
Yeah, man, I don't think that's gonna work. Gonna have to think of something else. Oh well, this for talking later. So fast forward to our meeting tomorrow.
If we're skipping time, I would try to spend the evening investigating that priestess.
And I probably would have gone out trying to find stuff.
All right. Is there a plan to meet back up, or are you guys all going to just kind of do your thing?
I would
do
assume
our
that we
do
would
our
meet
thing
up.
till noon, and we meet up outside.
Well, it's noonish now, right? It's about 12:30 right now.
No, I mean do our thing till noon the next day, and then meet up there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're skipping ahead to the council meeting, essentially.
No, it's a core meeting. Well, didn't we have
Oh,
a
the
core
core
meeting in the middle?
Core meeting
Yes.
will be tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
On the 30th, your meeting is on. Yeah, one thing. Even though you've told, sure, roll me a intelligence save. Please, Zashay.
Intelligence save. Zashi. I can do that. I specialize in these. So good.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, you realize you told your new friend Crex to follow. You do this right after you guys kind of all break apart.
Mhm.
You told him to kill or at least to follow the cord person, but really it was you want the Temple of Bakob.
Oh no, sorry. That
No,
was
we stopped at the Temple of Bakob on the way back.
Gotcha.
I think you might have missed that.
yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
While you were looking at the sickle, yeah, we wandered out and then over to Bakob to show him the Kirby
Sure.
lady whose name I can't remember.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I can't remember her name either. Doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, great. So, yeah, you guys, we can fast forward a day. What? Just tell me what you guys are gonna do that evening in the morning. One at a time, and we can just do it real quick. So, what are you doing, Zashay?
Normal temple things, prayers, a little bit of forging, and then yeah,
Okay.
and then in the morning, enchant the shield and armor up and over.
Okay. Please make a note to after the session for us to square up how much you make in tips. Grognak, what are you doing?
Going to go out with Wolf and do some herbalism stuff.
Yeah, you get a full day of that stuff.
Yee.
So we'll square that
So
up.
that's 2 rolls.
Well, because it's in the night and then another day, you get 4.
Ooh, nice.
You'll have a long rest in between. Nubbins.
Mage armor.
I'm going to go ahead and roll those.
And I guess I'll go to the college, see what's going on.
Nope.
Okay, enroll
Hang
at
out.
the college. I will give you some information again afterwards. Forget what you doing.
She's gonna finish up tanning that leather from the wolves that we got. I'm
Oh,
kind of iffy on timelines, but it was a whole lot. So she's gonna take the time. She's been tanning them and making sure, and then she's gonna because she had made something for Grognak, but everything else she's just gonna sell.
Okay, sounds good. Please make a note. You have a ton of snakeskin and wolf pelts.
I have. You gave me the GP worth of the wolves, just not the
Mhm.
snakes.
Oh, okay, great.
So the
we'll-
20,
we'll-
24 snakes worth of snake leather.
Sure, sounds good. Ram.
Yeah, I'm gonna go strolling through the upper district.
Gotcha. We will square with that one later.
Yes,
Crex.
we will.
I'm going to spend the evening trying to talk to people and investigate that priestess of Bakob. And
Okay.
I would like to use one of my portent rolls for my investigation.
Yeah, sure. So, what is your role since it seems like it could impact the next day?
It's 17 plus 5, so 22.
Oh, yeah.
And
Wow.
if I find someone who seems like they might have some good information, I'll
Mhm.
cast Detect Thoughts to
Okay.
make my interrogation more effective.
Hey, Ram, can you make me a 1d20 roll? Just a straight 1d20.
Sure.
Okay, great. Keep that roll in mind, Ram, for later. Crex, you work your contact, the one contact you have, and you ask him about Bakob, and um, he indicates that there might be a contract on the priestess's life, and he's try to get more information for you if he can. In the interim, when you've cast detect thoughts, um, you realize that he thinks there is going to be one, and if there is one, he's not going to tell you about it because he wants to collect it by himself. Um, and that the there is a secret back entrance to the Temple of Bakob that
I'll be right
he would
back.
use to sneak in and off her if need be.
Okay, cool.
All right. So you guys, maybe even Ram, who knows, will wake up at Tipsy Toad. Correct. This is your last night at the Tipsy Toad that you have paid for. Um, you guys wake up and you guys meet outside of the Temple of Cord at noon. And as you guys are all gathering, the door opens prior to you guys knocking on, and the priest and a familiar face greets you. The decor, um, the decor fighter. I will choose. Yeah, the decor fighter show. Very handsome lad, Sir or Currick. I don't even Curry. Cire. He welcomes you with the priestess, and he says, "Oh, and you brought the Grimstone. How wonderful! Please come in."
Hey, buddy. It's good to see you again, man.
All right, I'll go in and sit down.
So, you have the sickle? Is that correct? Fine item, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Can't
man, it's
believe
really nice.
Can't believe you guys let that go.
Well, it's like, 6 1, half dozen the other. Only got to run one way.
Sure. So we go way back now. It seems like we're the only adventurers to get off that side of the island.
Well, like, there's us, there's yous, and, there's toys.
Who?
Tully? Like the ones they were all talking about back there, man.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Of course, I forgot about him.
Yeah, man. I mean,
No,
actually,
the ones that came over on our boats. Anyway,
oh, yeah.
besides, I think he wound up in some gnome village. At least that's the reports I heard, where they do monster or beast trading and fighting. So weird. Who knows?
Oh,
Anyway,
well, you know what they say? There's like no place like home.
let me
Well
ask
done.
you a quick question. Let me ask you one. What is it that you guys wanted to do coming to this island?
There's loaded questions, Minson.
That should be a simple answer.
Well, you think so, but looks like I came here is because like got noble families, wants to do a little nice for the names, got the whole religion, need to spread the word of Joaquin. But like Grognak here,
Shut
man,
up.
I suppose looks.
Shut
Ugh.
up.
Okay, looks. That's it. I mean, look at him. Anyway,
So, well, we came simply to claim fortune, become more famous.
he's a
Should be
good things, I guess.
See, the thing
It's-
about fame, though, is it has to be able to spread to where you want to be famous at.
Well, it seems our name is catching up here. We're doing well, and he looks over to the priestess, and she starts nodding. So, you guys, it sounds like you guys came here to escape, to reinvent yourself. Is that right? You guys giving any indication? One way or the other?
I would
sorry, say
say
again?
right.
So, you guys came here to escape or to make a new life. Is that right?
Well, I wasn't running
We
for
came here
nothing.
for various purposes. I'm not going to
Of-
speak.
Of course.
Definitely not telling you what I'm here for.
No need to be hostile. Okay.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
all went mute for a second there.
Yep. All right.
that was weird. All right. Yeah, no, he talks about he turns to Grognak and says,
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
fantastic. Sorry. He says, yes, my sister Aaliyah Grognak. She remembers you fondly. She was telling me quite the other day that how much fun you guys had on the ship and how smitten you guys might have been for one another.
Mm.
There's no reason for us not to be aligned.
Oh, Grognak, man, you dogs.
Right.
She said that you guys even played a prank on one of the members. She says you were sitting on your lap, you were caressing her back. This
I'm
is a
looking
lot
at
for a
Appy
sister
while
to
this
say.
is going.
She- She's kind of like not making eye contact with anyone, just sort of.
I mean, you were
That's
on the
right.
boat for
She was on the boat too. Like, I mean, like she probably has a clue stuff happened, but like, doesn't
What
really
happens
want
on
to
the
hear.
boat stays on the boat.
Doesn't
No,
really
it's just
want to hear
whispered.
about it.
Listen,
That's right, girl. Let
What
that
happened
rage
between-
simmer.
what happened between me and your sibling was a passing flirting. She obviously didn't stick around or bring me along.
Ah, well, she had family obligations. Certainly can understand that. But we have a chance to do a reunion. Wouldn't it be nice if all of us could could go out as an adventuring crew together. I've heard that you guys are on the agenda for 2 days to get an adventuring guild. Oh, nice.
So, real quick, state your purpose for your adventuring. What is your end goal?
Told you to become more rich and more famous.
Yes, but how?
By how? By obtaining items of great fame, by becoming more wealthy, doing what you must be done.
Including siding with the Dark Lord's army?
Ah, you cast dispersions at me in a house of cord, no less. No, 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 no. Nothing like that. All we want to do is to get what's coming to us. And if you're smart, you would want the same thing. Are you not trying to? He ignores that Zache. So it so happens there was a death of one of the nobles that was sitting on the council. Did you hear about this? Such a shame.
Maybe in passing.
How'd he die exactly?
Don't know. It was said that he was involved in some shadiness in a assassin's guild. Who knows?
Well, like
But-
that's the rumor they just say about everybody's.
I guess it does seem fetching. I heard there was a rumor about someone that looks like you, Grognak, from the Assassin's Guild. After to chase down whoever destroyed it. Who knows?
Ram like pipes up for a second from behind Frigg. Is like, yeah, that's not really a rumor. That actually is him.
That actually is it who? I'm confused.
Yeah,
He's
that
doing what?
rumor's true about Grognak.
That what Grognak is out killing people?
Yes.
No. No, I heard it was someone that looks like Grognak.
Yeah, no, you heard wrong.
Rigger's just. What are you talking about?
I'm going to
What?
turn around on that little kobold.
I
Hand
hide
him
it-
the
I hide it-
warhammer.
Like,
I
what
hide it-
is wrong with you?
Well,
Listen, you little rat. I am tired of dealing with your bullshit.
No one's just laughing his ass off.
Grognak, look at you. I was wrong. You aren't as stiff as I once thought. No wonder my sister has taken a liking to you.
Yeah, well, she can continue liking me. She's not going to have me.
Playing hard to get. Well played. Anyway,
No playing about it. It's just a simple truth.
sure. So, I happen to be filling in for this noble seat on the council. You know, luckily with our affiliate, with the Temple of Cord vouching for us and us making some friends, doing some favors. It's just interim. So we will have a vote on whether or not you get your your adventuring guild. Isn't that wonderful?
Hey, it's pretty good, man. You already know we did it works.
Ah, I do. But what I'd really like to know is if we can continue working together. You see, I know I was able to incentivize you with a magic sickle, but I want to know that we can become friends. There's no reason for us to fight.
Right, well, friends help each other out then, right, mate? So,
That's right.
we help you, you help us. Something like that then, right?
Exactly.
And, pray tell, what exactly would you have us do?
Oh, I don't know. I think something that befits your skill set. You see, and he looks over at the priest and he gives a nod. And the priestess gets up and walks out, and in comes the rest of the Decor family.
All right, the whole family's here. That's great.
The 6 of them. Ilya, the bar, she She takes her hand and kind of rubs it across Grognak's shoulders.
And I'm going to pull away.
Frigus stiffens just a tad.
Anade the monk, Ostrip the wizard, and everyone who was down in the Assassin's Guild, go ahead and roll me an intelligence save. Yabob the barbarian. Yabob
Down
was
in-
the...
I think technically
We
Ram
weren't-
was the only.
Yeah,
Oh, well then roll
because
that.
we were playing
Yeah,
others.
we were playing the Tipsy Toad crew.
Oh, okay. Well, Ram, roll me.
Yes.
Yabob the barbarian, who was one I think broke up a fight or something. Khan the ranger, and Suri the fighter. And I want to make sure I can show you guys what they look like. Edit. Show you. Hopefully, I can just show you. Can share it with any players. Do you want to share? I don't want to show you their stats. Can I just show you the front page? That doesn't matter. There's six of
You
them.
had shown us the decors.
Yeah, I think I've shown you the decors before anyway. So they're all in there. And they said this would be a great alliance. The decors and the new burgeoning Adventures Guild. Together, we could rule all of province, remake it the way we see fit. Riches abound, more than you could ever hope for. All your dreams fulfilled.
I want to inside check him. I know he's lying to us. I just want to see how bad it is.
Yeah, no, he seems pretty genuine.
Genuinely insane.
You see, we can't take over all of province by ourselves. And we know that we can't trust anyone here. And we need the help of strong fighters such as yourselves. We've heard your exploits. We believe in your potential. Will you join us?
Grognak's
this,
going to move back
at this-
closer to Frigga and still on Warhammer.
At this, Benjamin Grimstone stands up and storms out and slams the door behind him. He's kind of had enough of that.
I don't blame him.
Yes, Ben. No, the Grimstone's always apparently hot-tempered, but he is inclined to help, so I would not worry about him. But you lot, you six that stand before us, and at this, the whole Decor family just goes, eye to eye, face to face with you guys. What say you? You ask of what we would have you do? Stand as kings and queens instead of live on your knees begging for scraps.
Not interested. And I'm going to turn and walk out.
Frigga's going with him.
Think of it. Your dreams can come true. We've already got a seat on the council. Soon, this whole city will be ours. But we need help. Zachet. Looks at Zachet.
Yeah, buddies.
How would you like to have the largest church? Here. Command thousands. Have Joaquin see you for the mammoth you are. Nubbins. I heard you've taken up at the school, the university. How would you like to run it? Ram. Ram. You could go swimming in more gold than you could ever imagine.
Ram just gives him the thumbs up and goes, "I'm in."
I don't know this fellow. What's your name? And he holds out his hand to shake Crex's hand.
I shake his hand. I'm Crex, and I'm just the hired help. I got no real dog in this.
I see. Well, if you're their friend, you're our friend as well. I shall remember the name and face. Since the two hotheads have left, or three if you count Benjamin Grimstone, those who actually can think, what of you?
So looks.
And
Real
at
quick.
that, Alea and Yabab leave, and we'll go chasing or walking down after Grognak and Frigga.
Yalea is which one?
The
The one that
bar.
I ended up flirting with on
Okay.
the boat.
Sorry,
Not a
sorry.
good idea to send her.
And Yabab the barbarian.
Okay, so looks. I don't know if like everybody's has had like a experience like being kings and queens, but looks. I was born nobles, and let me tell you, it is not all like roses and silk sheets, buddy. So it's nice, like, hey, I'm like king and queen, except like it's a lot of works. So what I'm thinking is it's probably going to be a little better if you just like lays out like a deal, and we like consider the deal. We say, okay, look, we're going to negotiate the deal, and then we agree to the deal. And it's probably going to be okay if we like do this each deal you want to do, and that's kind of what an adventurous guild does. So like, so you just go ahead and get us approved as the adventurous guild. You hire us as an adventurous guild. It's all good. Now looks, Grognak is Grognak's mix. He's not the guys you talk to. Okay, you want the deal done, you get me, you get Frigga. She makes sure it's all goods. I make sure it's all goods. We go, we do the works. Grognak, he swings his axe. Things fall down. All goods, man. It's excellent. But like, I don't think he's like the, hey, I gotta carry your banner kind of guy.
As pragmatic as ever. That's exactly what I would expect from you. What about the rest of you? You going along with this, or do you have mouths of your own? Sure, Ram has spoken up. Nubbins?
Nubbins is not this person, obviously. But tentative for me. I don't know exactly what your deal is. I'll make you a deal. If you can get Grognak on, I'm on.
Oh man.
Let's see how convincing you are.
Sure.
Bit of a challenge.
So hold that thought. So Grognak, as you guys are storming out of the church, Aaliyah
No
comes
storming,
running up,
just walking.
walking out. You hear the footsteps coming up behind you. Very light and feminine. Grognak, stop. Stop. Let's talk.
Not interested.
I see. I understand. And she looks at Frigga and says, he's quite a catch. You are quite lucky. But doesn't mean we can't be friends. Would you
Frigga's
consider-
right now, she's very tense. She has her jaw clenched. Like, a lot about the decors has been seriously shady and not really.
Please.
She
please.
doesn't like what they're like. She's not saying it, but she's very tense and
Yeah,
she's
sure.
not.
Sure, it's noticeable. And
Yeah.
at the sight of how tense and standoffish you both are, she stops a good couple feet away from you guys. Please, just I know my brother, he can be a little overbearing, but let's just talk real quick. I don't want to put any pressure on you. I just want to just have a quick talk. Perhaps I could frame things in a different light. Would you do me that kindness? Please.
Frigga's gonna eye over at Grognak.
Grognek's just still walking.
And she looks over at Yabob, and you see Yabob circle around you guys, kind of sprinting and then stopping in front of the door. Look, I just want to
Move
talk.
or be moved.
Yeah, he's very, very large. He's crossed his arms and is kind of looking down at you. And as stoic as you like to be, Yabob really doesn't say many words. He's on the spectrum. He does one thing well. Grognak, please, at least just hear me out. After you hear me out, you don't have to say a thing. You can leave, okay? I promise. No harms, no tricks, nothing. Is that at least that is probably the most reasonable request you've heard all day. You came here for a reason. You came here to find out what we wanted. Please let me tell you. And
we
no
found
uncertain
out.
terms. No. My brother, he has a way of putting things that's a little off-putting. But let me describe it. At least I can be plain with you. I feel like I owe you that much. Please.
I'm going to look back at Frigga.
Shrug.
I mean no
she-
harm.
She'll kind of like make it look like she's fussing and like stick a hand in the pocket with the wooden thing and try to send a. It's like the more we know about what they're doing, the better. We might as well listen.
Grognek's going to sigh and fine.
Thank you. And she motions to Yabob, and he moves. See, I didn't mean to impose, really. Just be very. You see, we can even talk right here. Please, Frigga, sit down. I've heard good things. The people of the commons really have taken a liking to you.
Just raises a brow at that.
So she sits down, and says, "No, my brother has always been like this, very controlling, even of other people. He doesn't really necessarily see see what independence and different thought is really worth. A lot of us we go along with it because he's our brother, and he's more or less in charge, but he doesn't mean he's always right. Anyway, you see, the whole plan is not as big as he says to control a province and all of that. You know, we didn't have it all rosy either. We got kicked out when we became of adventuring age and told that we had to honor our family. So here we are, trying to do the best we can. And really, we just want to, just like you, establish ourselves and have the best life we possibly can. And honestly, we think we know that without help from people like you, we don't think we can live up to the name. So please, don't don't listen to all the bolster of my brother. It would be great if we could at least work together. And I know we get a bad rap sometimes, but we're really not all that bad. We're fair. You don't always have to deal with him. You could deal with me.
Frigga's definitely gonna try to insight on
Sure.
this.
Grognak will as well. Because personally, I don't buy what she's selling.
Yeah, you both think she's being pretty forthright. You know, it's not like she's crying and putting on a show, or um, she's trying to charm you guys, like she did back on the boat. You see a more candid version of her. And she seems to be pretty genuine. I mean, you still have your reservations, right? But it doesn't seem as she doesn't seem as shady as her brother. Well, anyway, that's all I really want to tell you. I, there's no reason for us to be at odds. It'd be nice to have some friends other than my family here. So what do you think? Frigga? Grognak?
We'll have to think about it.
I understand. It's tough to put you on the spot like this. I'll tell you what. A week from now, on the 6th, actually, every week up until the Accords on the 15th. So on the 6th and on the 13th, well, let's make it 7 days. That might be. Sure. On the 6th, and we'll call it the 6th and the 12th of March next month, of May, excuse me. I'll come here at noon and wait. I'll wait for an hour. If you show up, great. We can just at least talk about what's going on in the city, what's happening, and it could just be as simple as a friendly conversation. That we don't have to talk about anything else. And if you don't come, that's okay. I understand. Come on, ya Bob. Let's go back to the group. It was nice to see you, Grognak. Frigga, take care. Take care of him. And with that, they walk off. Back in the main room, Zache is trying to sell Joaquin to Surrey.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. If you want deals done, man, you come to Joaquin. If you want a nice contest, you come to court. It's what they do. So, like, you come here, obviously, Grognak's gonna get all fired up. I mean, look at this picture right here. This guy is wrestling this guy. There's like, I don't know. Is it like a bear with a snake on its face? What is that thing? Anyway, like, there's all these fightings. Now, Joaquin, we do the deal. Court, contest.
Well said. Honestly, I don't have a need for these churches. This is just a means to an end. I've never been very religious. I put faith in me, my family, and the sword I carry. But if you want to tell the whole world how great Joaquin is, I think we can come up with a good deal. What do you say to that?
Man, I'm telling you, that's why I was going to do the whole things. We get sets up, it'll be okay.
So, Nubbins, it doesn't seem like Grognak or Frigga is coming back.
I'll say, okay, let me. I'm not saying no, but let me think about it. Let me confer with the group, see what the overall group consensus is. I know Ram is already
in. And he looks at Ram, winks, and he slides him a dagger.
Ram's gonna kill us all in their sleep.
Ram winks back and takes it.
See, there's a man who knows what he wants. And this dagger, is purely ornamental. It doesn't look like it has a blade that could withstand a stabbing, but it is an awesome looking dagger. It has a carving of a dragon, a red dragon on it, um, a red dragon on one side and a black dragon on the other on the hilt, and they make I guess the protectors of the hand, the two dragon heads, um, and there's a streak of what seems to be almost like stone, like a gem, like a green stone down the center of it, um, of the steel dagger, and it's impossibly like chromish almost.
Cool.
So, well, I can tell you that I will want an answer prior to the second. So when the second comes and I've not heard from you guys,
Isn't today the
Uh,
first though?
today's the 29th. If the second comes and I've not heard from you when the hearing happens, I have to assume that you're not with us, and that will not go well for the Adventurers Guild.
Well,
So I
looks,
hope
buddy.
to hear from you prior to that.
Is
Yes?
maybe just want to say one thing here. Looks, if we're in an adventurers guilds, you can hire us. If we're not, then what else is we gonna do than be pissy in your face, man? So like, we can be buddies maybe, but is probably not good. You like no, because if like no, what else are we gonna do?
Well, I'll need more assurances than that, and I don't take chances. And the best way to get a deal done, as I'm sure you well know, is to make sure you're winning the winning hand sometimes. So I will expect to hear from you prior to the second.
See, man, that's cords talking. That's a contest, not a deal. You come
And
over,
then
Joaquin. We'll get you set straight.
Aaliyah and Yabob come back into the room. And you see a nod from Aaliyah to the brother. Well, if there's nothing else, if there's something that you require from us, if you'd wish to talk to us, come to this church. Come find the priestess. She has a way to get in contact with us. So, with that, I think it's time for you to take your leave. Please signal for the priestess to come in when you leave. I want to chat with her.
I drop another coin in the offering plate on the way out.
Thank you. Just out of nowhere.
Man, she is owns it.
All right. So that took a little bit of time. So it's about 1:00. What do you guys want to do? Ram, by the way, in the sunlight, this dagger is even more gorgeous. It like attracts light. It you're starting to shine light in people's eyes as you're playing with it. It acts as a mirror. You can see yourself in it.
Yeah, I'm actually shining like as I walk down the street, Craig. I'm like using the shiny dagger to intentionally reflect light in people's eyes.
Yeah, totally. You catch someone and they walk into a lamppost because of it. Like all sorts of fun stuff that you're doing.
And I'm just laughing the whole time.
As we're walking, I'll tap Sachet on the shoulder.
Yeah, buddy.
So, got a bit of a report on that priestess.
Well, it's good. What'd you find out?
There might be a contract on her life, and if there is, well, there's a back door into the temple.
Well, it's good. So, like, what'd you find out about her?
Well, my contact didn't seem to know that much about her, just about that there might be a contract on her life and through a secret entrance and take her out.
Okay, looks, that's good starts. I mean, you did find out about some stuffs. We got to find out about hers.
How long do we have?
Well, if somebody's going to kill her, probably about till then. And like the 14th is like the deadlines for that. So, if we want to be like, hey, if somebody else kills her, that's fine. Then we got any time from now till 14th. But like, there's not a lot of clerics, so maybe it's better that we don't let her get like totally killed. This little bit.
I'll see what I can find out tonight.
You got it. Hey, buddy, lucky coin. And Zeshe flips you a little coin.
I'll catch it.
You have guidance for up to a minute.
Cool.
And 1 copper.
All right. So it's 1 p.m. now on the 29th. Are we going to fast forward? You guys going to do anything? You guys can go back out adventuring.
So we have 2 days or 3 days till the hearing.
The hearing is on the 2nd.
On the 2nd. Okay.
So you'll have the 30th and the 1st to do stuff. So 2 more days. And the rest of the 29th. So 2.5 days.
I mean, it doesn't seem like we're going to get anywhere with the council unless we join into course. So.
Okay, so looks, we got this guy, this guy, this guy, probably not that guy, maybe this guy, could be this girl, maybe not this one. So as Shay starts doing counting, what is the council's opinion, or do we know?
Yeah. So you do know some basics about the council, and I'm going to bring up the province handout. So you see the Council of 9, and at the bottom you see their voting blocks. So they generally are split. The prime minister doesn't necessarily vote unless there's a tie, but the workers and soldiers and the at-large, kind of the common person, they tend to vote with each other. The nobles, merchants, and clergy tend to vote with each other. And then there's some swing votes, the colleges and courts. The Decors basically said that they were acting as the second noble, which you guys know the second noble was killed in the Assassin's Guild from Ram, I guess, or from the rest of the group. I'm going to say that's just kind of common knowledge.
Okay, so look,
So right now the numbers are probably against you, 4-3, with the colleges and courts being the swing votes there. But it sounds like you guys do have potential ins with the clergy, maybe even the colleges, or you could always swing.
I know we have
Swing
a
with-
recommendation from Midway Tower.
That's right, Midway Tower, and you have Benjamin Grimstone willing to talk on your behalf. Perhaps that could sway the group, sway the swing votes.
So look, like, so the ones we're not real sure about is like the colleges, maybe the courts. Like, does anybody has it in with the colleges? Something we could do, like to give them a little nudge?
Obviously, the Mage College, try.
Sure, we got like 2 days.
All right.
And like, I mean, if we don't get a good push, then we can talk to the course. And I still don't know what
Yeah.
you guys have got against them.
So luckily, the headmaster of the Wizard College, Hobbs, he is the actual representative on the college, for the colleges on the Council of Nine.
Okay. We'll go to as soon as I can. I'll go to Hobbs and make our case.
All right. So you're off to do that. Are you taking it in with you, or is the whole group, or are you guys going to break up again?
Probably better if we go as a whole group. This way you can see it. That's my vote anyway.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I suppose I can go along with it.
sure. So you guys get over to the college and you go to the headmaster's room. You let's take a quick break. Take a 2-minute break, okay, guys?
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, hi.
Sorry.
Sure.
Foghorn break.
We really didn't make ourselves known for this whole like vote thing, other than going out and fighting things. But
Well, I mean, look, so we got the soldiers. I mean, that's what was Midway Tower was. Been doing good works for the workers. Man, a lot of deals made. Working with the clergy. I mean, kind of got that going.
yeah, but when votes and stuff happen, aren't people supposed to go and answer questions and just generally let people know what's going on?
Well, sure, but like, I mean, then you got like all the deals you got in the background. Who knows who knows what? And Zashay just starts launching into like this long-winded explanation he must have gotten as a kid about politics, and it sounds really painful.
Who are you blackmailing?
Yeah, man. So you got blackmails, you got marriages, you got blackmailed marriages.
Are you blackmailing anyone on the council?
Who, me's? Oh no, man. I don't do blackmail.
It's pretty effective. You should think about it.
Hey, look, so I was trying to think about it, but like you're like, hey, this lady's gonna get killed. I'm like, I don't want to know how to kill the lady. Kill the lady's easy. Well, by the way, I think she's one of the ones voting.
What was that?
I think she's one of the ones voting. I have to double check that with Craig. I'm pretty sure she's the High Priest of Bakub, and that is her. Hang on. Clergy. Nope, never mind. Paylor.
Gonna say this. Not have.
Oh, that's right. The merchants want to get a different god at the challenge, so they want to get Bakub out of the way because she's not popular enough. Yeah, that's right. Brain caught up. Or it looks like we could go and win the fighting pits real quick. Grognak, do you want to hit people?
Only if it's
Suggested-
the cores.
The suggested level for the fighting pits is level 10. You will be
Grognak
fighting
can take it.
level 10. You will be fighting level 10 people.
You just
Um,
have to not get hit.
There you go.
Needle and not get hit.
Sure.
Better give me some armor then.
Don't
You can
lose.
always fight. And then it is not fighting to the death there. Generally, it's fighting to submission or unconscious. People have died in the fighting pits, but it's definitely frowned upon. There's no real disadvantage for killing someone. It's just frowned upon. Anyway,
Get me a set of
Uh,
half plate and I'll go do it.
you're getting close. You're definitely getting close to it, to doing it, or at least to attempt it. So sorry, my adulting hopefully is done. So you guys, as you guys are making your way to the college, Ben Grimstone, he says, "Sorry, I can't stand that guy. He threatens my people and has the nerve to laugh at my face."
It's
And
okay,
so,
man.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, man, it's all right, man. You just gotta let it out.
So you guys get to the college. Nubbins knows the way, and um, even though Nubbins is an old man, you can see some co-eds waving to him. People know him around there. He's attended for a little bit. He's generally well liked. He's a good listener, that kind of stuff. And he's pretty harmless, right? Just a little gnome old man who's just trying to learn more about magic. It's kind of cute and endearing.
I'm gonna say I'm too old. Come on.
You're a gnome, right? Like gnomes are super old.
I mean,
What? They're not born old.
we're like goats. We're eternally old.
There you go. He's got an old soul.
Right.
So you get to Hobbs's office, and his assistant is out front. How can I help you? Yes.
Right. Yeah, we want to see the headmaster. We have some business to
Yes.
have
Yes.
with
What
him.
and what business is this?
Well, I've been coming here for a while. My adventuring group here is we're applying to the council for for an adventuring guild in a couple of days. We want to just introduce ourselves to Hobbs formally as the whole group.
Oh, yes. As you can imagine, he is quite the busy man. And what's your name? Sorry, I didn't catch
Nubbins.
that. Nubbins. And she picks up her piece of parchment, and she looks down it and scrolls down and looks down. No, I don't see a Nubbins here. Is it under another name? Do you have an appointment under a different name?
Do out of character would I have had interactions with Hobbs before? What I did? No.
I don't think so. You may have had interactions with professors or other kind of higher ups, but not Hobbs.
Listen, maybe I can, this is sort of an urgent matter. We don't have a lot of time to do this. I was wondering if maybe we can squeeze our way into one of these posts, and I'll slyly just shuffle her 10 gold.
So sorry.
Are you sure?
She takes the 10 gold and
no.
pops it and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. If you're not on the schedule, I cannot let you pass."
I'll leave my gold back then.
What gold, sir?
Do I see the gold? Can I mage hand the gold back?
No, it's already in her pocket. She just kind of deftly just put it in her pocket.
I want to magic missile her so bad.
Oh,
Start screaming about thievery.
Hey, lady, that's not good ideas.
What is not a good idea, sir? You come in here barging, ordering to be put on the headmaster's schedule, and you have no appointment. I don't think you understand how these rules go. Now,
I'm going to
if you would
rage.
like an appointment, you can. Of course, you can rage. If you would like an appointment,
And essentially, my raging is, and for flavor, my rage is essentially a storm breaking. So thunder.
oh, look at you! You know some magic. Congratulations! We're at magic school. A lot of us know the magic, including me. So, as
Can
I
I
was
just-
saying,
Can I use the whole shit, hold on. Let me read this again because I think it might actually have to target a creature. Because
Don't
I want to target
accidentally
like her
murder
inkwell.
somebody.
No, I want to target like her inkwell and just have it explode.
Can I put her to sleep?
you can certainly attempt to do a bunch of stuff.
Guys, I don't think any of this is. Calm down.
No, this is a good idea. This is good. This is good. These are all good things.
Yeah, I leave.
She'll put a hand on Grognak's
If you-
shoulder and just be like, "Calm down, it's okay."
If you'd like to get on the schedule, you can do so. Let me look. The next appointment, as you can imagine, is quite busy. The envoys are on their way, but it looks like I can squeeze you in. What it looks like a early morning appointment on the 8th. Yes, the 8th at 8 a.m. I
Yep,
have
it's
a
creature. Damn it.
30-minute slot available. And I don't normally do this, but because he's a student, he's entitled to see a headmaster. So, would you like for me to pencil you in on May the 8th at 8:30 a.m.?
Not soon enough.
I just walk away. Okay. We're gonna have to.
Craig, can I? Did she like see? Can I just walk by her?
You can walk around the desk, yeah, sure.
Is that it? It's just the single room.
Yeah, it's a it's a waiting room to get into the headmaster's area. There's a desk in the center and a few chairs as people tend to wait there um, to get into the headmaster's office. And it looks like there's just that one door to get in and out.
Can I try to go in the door?
Sure, it is locked.
Can I pull Nubbins aside for a second?
Sure.
Nubbins, before you leave. Or we can
Yeah.
go. We could do that. We could do it outside. It's fine.
Okay, I'll follow him out.
All right. So I hand Nubbins. I think I'd shown you this before, Nubbins, but I'm not sure. But I pull out an ID badge with a security clearance, like a level 1 security clearance that I had before.
Okay.
Doesn't have a photo or anything on it. And I was like, "Do you think you could use this?"
I
So
mean,
it looks like a security badge from one of the soldiers.
It's from
Walk around.
it's a clerical.
Oh, it's clerical of nature? Okay.
I guess we could try. So we have urgent business.
So I say, "Good luck."
Thanks. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I don't really have a name because I just said that we're a venturing group. I'm not going to go back and say.
Well, can't you? Don't you have like disguises or something?
No, I actually don't.
No, I thought you did.
I thought I did too, but that was a mistake on my part.
Well, why don't we give it to our new member and see if he can do it?
The
don't really know- they
initiation
don't-
rites continue.
Yeah, they don't really know
Okay.
him.
They give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll find Crex and see. Hey, listen, I know I've been asking a lot of you. Appreciate it. All right. You're doing a bang up job. Can you take this badge, go in there, and say that you're here on important business for the Security Council, and you need to speak to the headmaster? It's not a Security Council badge. It's just like a guard badge, right?
No, it's a clerical badge. So it's a clerical, like I don't know. It's the badge of a clerical worker for the council, and it has a council member stamp and signature on it. It's a level 1
Yeah.
security clearance badge. So you could say it doesn't have a photo or anything, so you could use it for.
Hi, I'm a messenger from the
Right.
clergy, and I've got an important message on an
No,
upcoming
not from
vote.
it's like
Yeah.
like a clerical
Administrative.
position at the council.
Okay.
And
Admin.
so yeah, you could say that you have a message, or that you have urgent business, or whatever the scenario is from the council, and see if that works.
Like maybe he should say like he's here to escort us to see the other fellow.
Yeah.
Like, oh hey, you did know like this guy was one of the clerics or one of the clerks. Like he's the one that's like supposed to be saying it's time to go in.
So while you guys are having this discussion, I imagine you've left the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said I went outside. I followed Nubbins outside.
Grognak
Yeah,
is
because
still just
I
standing
left
there
as soon as
seething.
things started getting angry in there.
Yeah, she doesn't really pay you much attention, Grognak.
That's okay.
I may be able to do this. Give me a moment.
So you think you're angry? You should see exam day.
I'd like to take him down a notch.
Who? Okay. So, Crix, what are you doing again? Sorry.
Our hall pass got scared.
Sorry. What happened? So, what are you guys doing?
So I need to look at something to see if I can I swap out a prepared spells if I take a short rest? If I still have slots open.
If you have slots open, you don't even have. If you have, well,
I'm a
Did you
wizard, so I have to
leave them
pick the spells
open?
I've prepared.
yeah, but did you purposely leave them open right now, or did you just not have time?
No, I have open slots remaining. Now I have all of my prepared spells picked. That's why I'm asking. I need to see what the rest I need to take to change out my prepared
Gotcha.
spells.
Gotcha.
If that's a short rest or a long rest.
There is a wizard afoot. Maybe he could tell you, Joseph.
I think it's 1 hour of study per every level of spell, I think.
To swap out a slot.
I believe so. Let me check. Please have to actually crack open the player's handbook. Christ.
Who does that?
I know.
So looks like the other idea I has is like we can make him up like a little coupon, and we go like, look, this coupon is good for 1 free back rubs.
Who doesn't need a back rub?
Or like maybe it's going to be like, this is good for 1 free adventures,
Oh, you are an adventuring guild.
and like is only redeemable if the guild gets approved. So like there we go.
No, you can only change your spells on a long rest. I can't do this today, but I can do it tomorrow.
Yep, long rest.
Yeah, give me the badge. I can come back tomorrow and I can probably make this work. What do you want me to say to him?
Maybe you can escort him to us. It's probably the best thing
No, it means us to him.
for us. Yeah. But I think the secretary's not going to let us go.
It's okay because we went and we talked to the clerk.
Administrative assistant, please.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure. Which council member do I say that I'm coming on behalf of to introduce you? Pick one that likes you.
No man, let's make it be the decor.
Yeah, why not? He likes us.
Yeah, man.
They want to be friends.
Yeah, if we're gonna name drops, let's name drops the ones we want.
Yeah.
No skin off my back.
And Ram can flash his Takor double dragon dagger too. That might
There you goes.
something.
Doesn't say decor on it.
Give me minutes.
Yeah, but everyone would know that such a glorious ornamental item probably came from the Ridge Takors. Or at least I'm gonna RP that in my head.
All right, so I've got a level 1 admin badge now.
Yep.
Okay.
Security clearance level 1. It has like I said, it has a stamp on it that it's a council member's signature and stamp on it, and it's a clerical reception.
Well, which council member's signature is on it? Because it's probably who I should say we're from.
Yeah, I was not given that information.
Sure, it is Narvi, the lawyer of the courts. She deals with the administrative stuff over for the council. This is your favorite. She's a female gnome. So there you go.
Hey, maybe if like this doesn't work out, we go visit her, And Nubbins turns on the charms.
And Ram is like this
That's
whole
right.
time. This whole time that everyone's talking about what to do with the ID badge, Ram is just like on top of the world. Like he's strutting around. Like, look, Ram did something good. Like all of Ram's like skulking around. It's like finally coming to fruition.
So like mid stride, Zashe's like, by the way, little dragons, where'd you get this thing?
What? Oh, I found it on the ground. And I smile real big.
I'll, at this point, I guess I'm going to spend the rest of the day investigating the court area of the council and seeing if I can find an actual admin that I can disguise myself as tomorrow. And then if I've got any time left over, I'll try to assemble an actual dossier on the priestess.
Sure.
Okay, looks, and everybody's remembers. If this goes bad, we claims we were testing their security because that's a service we offer.
All right. So the rest of the day, are you guys gonna scatter and go about your business?
Suppose.
Yeah.
All right. And what time are we gonna start? Start again tomorrow morning. When we starting again?
Whenever Crux is ready. All depends on him.
All right. Let's say Crex, it takes you the rest of the evening to do the research that you need.
Okay. And yeah, I'll swap out my spells in the morning.
Yep. Sounds good.
And I will disguise myself as the admin that I saw and followed around. And try to. I gotta give you some rolls real quick.
So while he's rolling and figuring that out, awesome. That evening, you guys gonna hang out? What you guys gonna do? Give you another opportunity to do some downtown activities.
Yeah, Ram is also going to take a foray into the upper district.
Sure, he's taking these long walks. He's constitutional. Gotcha. Frigga.
Probably much of the same because that's a lot
Okay.
of freaking leather. Well, the snakes. Do
Mhm.
you, do you have any idea roughly how
No idea.
25? No idea.
No
Yeah,
idea.
she has 25. That's all I know.
All right. But yeah, you're working.
And if
you're
anyone
doing your-
wants her to make something, she has enough stuff to like do that. Like not so much time that she can make armor out of it, but like if anyone needs anything, we'll do
Okay,
that
so-
for you.
cool snakeskin, whatever,
Yes.
which is pretty sweet. Super fashionable. All right. Nubbins, are you helping? Well, I guess you don't. The disguise for Crex is on him. What are you up to? Are you gonna take that 8:30 slot just cause?
Nah, it's not going to help us anyway. So
Fair enough.
I'm just going to hang out with Tipsy Toad, I guess. I have nothing
All right.
particular I want to do.
Nubbins is getting drunk.
That's right. That was a rough
Brognac.
day.
You did some stuff in the morning as far as herbalism goes.
No, I'd
You'll
like
have the
to
next.
continue that.
All right. And Zashay.
Oh, it's courting night, so Zashay is going out to see if there are any eligible noble women to be met. And this is signified by the fact that his hair is currently wet.
Not, is he like a cat? It just doesn't get wet most of the time.
No, it's just most of the time his hair's kind of dry and spoinked out all over the place. Like his hair's just completely wetted down to his scalp, like pressed
Okay.
down.
He's going out with flowers.
No, there's no flowers. That's the entirety of the outfit. Is his hair has been unhelmet haired and pressed completely to his scalp with water.
And is he still wearing the armor?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Gotcha.
just slick.
Roll me a 1d20, Sachet.
Oh dear.
Ooh. All right. Remember that roll.
Okay.
Good roll. All right. So the morning comes. It is now April 30th. Dawn is happening. What you guys doing?
I will leave the cloak at the Tipsy Toad before I use disguise self to disguise myself as the admin assistant that I saw.
So Crex, you have to pay right now for your room and board. The others do not currently.
I'll pay first. Nothing's
Oh,
got.
there you go.
How much is it?
Look up the expenses. It is a inn of comfortable.
Hey,
Need.
do it.
And since you are, modest.
Modest,
I was giving
okay.
you a discount. And because you are paying for Crex and vouching, they're gonna give you a half off.
Okay. So 1 gold piece. Let's see.
All right. So yeah, Crex. You are heading to the colleges. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I believe I was going to be bringing 2 of them along.
Okay.
Fine.
Which two?
Whichever 2 said that they wanted to come with me and get introduced.
I think Nubbins will go.
Would anyone else like to go?
Hey, Frigga.
Huh?
Come on, Frigga.
All right.
There you go.
All right. All right. Are you guys the rest of the party sleeping in to wait for you guys to get back? Are you guys telling them to meet you guys at a certain time?
Just she's out raising bail money for what's about to be needed.
Grognak has that covered.
I'll pay for 10 days to stay.
All right. Crex, I will ask you to keep track of that. You are free for the next 10 days. These are 10 days, so you're good until May 10th.
Thank you, Nubbins.
There you go. Thank you.
All right. So you guys get to college. College boys and gal go to college. And you get to see the same admin. Yes. Hello. How may I help you?
Good morning, ma'am. I've been sent by the council member of the courts. She's asked to call in a small favor and asked that I intrude just a little bit on the headmaster's time to introduce these people. She said it was important and that they needed to speak with the headmaster about an upcoming vote.
Oh, I see. To introduce them, you say. Don't I know you? And she's looking at Nubbins. Have we
And
not met?
I'll hand her the badge.
She looks it over, inspects it, and sees that it's real. Like, yes. Have we not met, sir?
I don't recall.
Interesting. Well, I shall. Let me go see if he is available.
Thank you, ma'am.
And she takes out her wand and does a motion over the door, and it comes ajar. You hear, what do you want? And she closes the door.
That sounds nice.
And she opens the door. Again. Yes, yes. Send him in. Send him in. Quickly. Yes. The headmaster will see you now. You have about 10 minutes.
I'll give a small bow and hold my hand out for my access card.
And she hands it back.
Good day, ma'am. Thank you. And I leave.
All right. Yes, sir. So what can I do for you in Darby? Don't waste my time. Out with it, boy.
Right. We are here to see about an upcoming vote on a potential adventuring party. Our adventuring party.
Yes.
And I bought you some cookies.
Oh, my favorite.
There you go.
I didn't get breakfast this morning. That's very.
So say,
Don't hurt yourself.
that's right.
It's for me. It's a mix between Yoda and the Cookie Monster.
Definitely some Yoda in there.
So I'm going to say to him that we have an upcoming vote coming up for our adventuring guild. We just want you to introduce ourselves, and we've been on several adventures at this point. I myself am enrolled in the Wizard College. I'll talk up the Wizard College, see how great it is. It's brown nosing. And
what class are you taking?
I
Ethics. No, go on.
Well, what's ethics, right? So, I will, describe our adventures that we went on. Despite,
He's eating your cookies. Sorry.
Great, good. I'll describe the snakes. I'll describe, the scouting that we did, how we got across the bridge. What experiences we've been here, and also describe, what value I think it would bring to province if we were to get in and get accepted into the guild. And
Frigga is going to help. She's just like, when
Fill in the missing details.
yeah, but like, sometimes people need help and they don't know where to go. If they have a place where they can actually
don't
go,
know who to call?
exactly. We're gonna give them somebody to call.
Sure.
Interesting. So, what is it? Why should the colleges approve this? What's in it for the colleges?
Well, if there's anything you'd ever need from us, obviously, I mean, we could do perhaps work for you.
What would we need from an adventuring guild?
We never know. There's a lot of magical items out there. I mean, we're not going to do dirty work to get there, but we can.
We've obviously survived without you for centuries. Why would we need you now?
Well, think of it this way: people see what we do, hear about what they do, and get inspired to do it themselves. People good at magic are gonna need a place to go to learn how to do that.
Okay. Roll one person. Please roll a persuasion roll.
And
I would
pause
like
before
to...
you do so.
Oh, never mind. I'm not there. I can't do it. Never mind. I have to see them.
Joe, what's your persuasion?
I thought you went into the
Let's do
room.
it.
She has none, so she's
Okay.
helping you.
There you go.
Yeah, Crex, you're in the room. You're there
well,
to
then
introduce them.
I'm going to use my portent and have her die roll be a 16 instead of having her roll.
So I get 18.
Our
my
portent's not your roll specifically.
It is a attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by me or a creature I can see.
Okay.
We are creatures he can see.
So you're gonna do
And
the
apparently
16.
I can't redeem rerolls.
Aw.
Do I get my bonus, or is it just
It
straight up
turns
16?
your die roll. Instead of rolling the dice, you
Yeah.
just have
Get it.
rolled a 16.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're plus whatever your modifier is for persuasion.
Yeah, 2.
Did you forget the underscore? I think you may have forgotten the underscore between redeem and reroll.
It's just a space.
Is it? Oh well.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, are you gonna
18.
take the 16? Oh, it's 16 as the roll itself, and then you're gonna add your
Yes.
mods.
So it's
Gotcha.
18.
18.
Yeah.
He scratches his chin, clears the crumbs away from his mouth. Interesting. Interesting. Well, you make a compelling argument. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time.
Great.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you for your time. All right.
Coupon and a baller cookie.
All right. As you guys leave, the door locks, and the assistant says, "I know where I've seen you. It was yesterday." Her accent changed all of a sudden. You were here yesterday, weren't you?
Is there anything I can flip over on her desk with Mage Hand?
Oh, there's tons of stuff.
I just flip over like your desk. Like, thanks for your time. Enjoy the gold.
Take the whole desk.
I don't think I could do that with Mage
Nah,
Hand.
I would have done
never.
her ink well.
Just like I'll
Just
set
get
the
it
ink
all
well.
over her.
Boom. Just like, yeah. Enjoy your 10 gold.
And just as you do that, you see a stone wall appear before you in front of the door.
I step away.
Can I see around the wall?
It's a stone wall.
I mean, is it like covering the whole doorway?
Aren't they usually like 5 feet or something like that?
Yeah, it's approximately 5 feet by like 3. You can't see around it. It takes up the whole doorway.
I can see over it though, right?
No, you can't. You're short as hell.
Damn. Okay, that's. I thought it was 5
Frigga
feet
can
long.
see
3 feet
like
high.
there's a gap between the stone wall that came down, that appeared out of nowhere, and the top of the door.
All right, I'll try to walk around
Excuse
the
me,
wall.
sir. I believe you were very rude just now. Would you mind
I
picking
don't know what
this
you're
stuff
talking
up?
about. I didn't do anything.
Oh, so you think that these stuff just fell over on a flat desk by itself?
Yeah, it's a magic college. There's magic all around, lady.
Yes. Well, magic yourself over here and clean this up,
Make me.
or you will not be allowed to leave.
Says
Do
who?
not
You?
make me go back in there and tell the headmaster to flunk you out of school.
I don't think I'm actually enrolled, to be honest. So I'm not going to tell her this. I think I'm just hanging around the college like a creep.
You take classes, you audit. You're that old guy that audits classes and just kind of walks in.
Yeah, I guess so.
You bring your dog or whatever every now and then. You're familiar. It's kind of creepy, but endearing. Some of the college kids don't, want to know your story. Anyway, so yes, there's now a brick wall or a solid concrete wall in front of you.
Is there any other way out of here besides this door?
No. Will
Well,
you
geez, no wonder she's got
please-
to stick up her ass. There's no windows. Stuffy in there.
will you please open? Please pick up your mess.
I mean, I'll pick up the inkwell then.
And the rest of the stuff that you knocked over, out of character. Are you picking up any of the other stuff?
Sure.
Great. All right, you do so, and she claps, and the wall vanishes.
It's okay. There's still a shit ton of ink all over the place.
Yeah, no, the ink is spilled. Can't put the ink back in the inkwell at some point. But you see her like casting repair on her desk, try to get some of the ink out.
Oh, you know what? I should
And be a while because it only does like a little bit at a time.
have cast counter spell when she casts up the wall. I'm a terrible wizard. Anyway,
All right. So you guys get back to the Tipsy Toad. It's still early in the morning. Mission accomplished and all that. Let's say it's including the walk. You guys are back 8:45, 9:00. People are just waking up. And what would you like to do? It's now, did we say? Yeah, it's the 30th. So you have all of today and tomorrow before the vote, before the hearing.
so what are you gonna do about the core issue, guys?
Fuck them.
That means we gotta get one more
You already
person.
tried that.
I'm sorry. What was that, Sachet?
Look, you were doing the snuggle times on the boat, man.
Frigga, he's bringing that up in front of you. How have you taken to all of this? Did she seem nice to you?
Rolling, she was good at she, because the roll said she thought she was being sincere about stuff. She, like, every time it's brought up, she gets really tense, but they weren't a thing then, and she knows that. So, and they're not really a thing yet. Exactly. Like, they haven't really sat down and worked out what's going on between them. So, like she's getting tense in jealousy, but she knows that she doesn't really have.
Zache, you set
know.
off all of these complicated feelings as you're trying to chide Grognak, and Frigga is sitting there pretty stoically, but she's going through a range of emotion behind the scenes, and it's your fault. Anyway, so yeah, it's the 30th. What would you guys like to do? The town is your oyster, so to speak.
What's left on our to-do list?
Up until the council meeting, I don't think we have anything other than the priestess. Yeah, eliminating the macabre people. Yeah, screw not showing up at noon.
Yep. All right. So you guys plan on not showing up between now and the second? If so, we can fast forward to the second if you would like. Or if you guys would like to do anything specifically, if you want to try to do the Bacobe thing.
Yeah, I need to try to assemble that dossier on the head priestess, kind of find out personal information about her.
So what kind of personal information are you looking for?
That's a good question. Zache, what kind of personal information am I looking for?
Well, we're trying to save her lives, really, because like it's either we find something that like would be good enough that she'll be like, hey, it's okay, Bacob, take a step back, we'll let another temple take it to the front, or we kills her. So, maybe something that's like almost life and death, but isn't killing her.
Well, I suppose I'll see what I can find out then.
When I stepped away for a second. When they get back from in the morning, Ram like holds his hand out for his key card back.
Yeah, I'll give him the badge.
Yes. So he puts it back in his pack. And again, he's like on top of the world because he finally did something relevant.
Don't get too happy. It's just a small step to redeem yourself.
He has like the biggest smile in the world.
Ram, are you good at getting things like this?
Some say that I am.
Well, if we're going to keep working together, keep an eye out for those sorts of things. They'll make it a lot easier for me to make it a lot easier for you.
Ram like nods excitedly and sort of like scampers away.
Oh gods.
Yeah, I will, I guess, try to spend the day investigating the Priestess of Bacab and find out if there's any blackmail information that would be good.
Sure. Give
And
me an investigation roll.
all right, I'm going to use my other portent, which is a 15, and get a 20 on the roll, and I'll do the same thing where I'll cast detect thoughts, and I'll do that twice to try to get as much information as possible.
All right. So what's the information you're looking for specifically?
Trying to find out if there's any good blackmail information for the Priestess of Bacab that would be good enough to convince her to sort of get out of the way so whatever other temple they're trying to promote can be on the
Sure.
council, be more likely.
So you find out, you spend the day doing some nice dirt digging, but you find out that the priestess for cup actually she's a pretty nice woman. You know, they give to the poor. They seem to be very up and up, but she's very diminutive. She's not boisterous. She's not showboaty at all. She's not very good at selling the church, and she tends to be a little quiet. So and lead with action. Unfortunately, this has not had the effect of growing the church, and it's been turning off some of the patrons. You know that some of the patrons would like to put a stronger person uh, in charge, perhaps a male specifically. There's definitely some undertones of sexism going on, but in addition, she's just not effectual at uh, growing the church. She's a good person and someone you'd want to be your priestess, just not good at the other part of the business of being.
All right, I'll find Zeshe towards the end of the day, and well, Zeshe, it looks like your girl's pretty clean. There's actually probably not going to be any way that you can blackmail her that I was able to find out. Um, you might be better off approaching her with the fact that there are people trying to take her out and seeing if she'll step down voluntarily, or you do whatever you want.
Yeah, even to that point, you found out that she was born in an orphanage, raised in Bacab, became a priestess. Like, she is the model, like that you would want in a priestess.
She's clean.
Sounds good, Vince.
Give me a wisdom save, actually. Now that I'm thinking about this, give me a wisdom save, Crex. Yeah, she is the more you've learned about her, the more uh, convincing or more turned you are towards what she's preaching. You know, she's not just preaching it; she's living it. I forget what the cop is, but you are. I wouldn't say turned into a follower by any means, but there's definitely some interest from you to follow up and see what Prakab is about, um, because what she was saying made a lot of sense to you.
Well, Bakab, I should already know a little bit about him,
Oh, then
being
there
a
you go.
wizard.
Well, time to find out more.
Okay,
All
so
right.
like,
This probably took him all day, you know, to get all that. So that conversation happened at night. You guys generally get back together, let's say 7 or 8 o'clock. Um, so I assume you guys are off doing what you guys normally do. And remember, save those RP rolls, and we can definitely hammer those out
Yep.
during
So
the week.
Grognek would probably have offered to bring Frigga along
How fun!
for his daily running about the fields, trying to
He
find
wants
things
to
to
pick
pick.
flowers with you, Frigga. It's like apple picking.
He can explain what he's doing, and she'll be.
hey, Garugna, man, I was walking on the walls. Were you frolicking? I think I saw the frolic.
In the spring mist.
When everyone does get back, Zeshe will propose that we go visit the priestess this evening.
Temples are normally closed, though.
Yeah, man, but like, looks, there's this back door. We go in. We offer maybe give her a tour of that Assassin's Guild.
That doesn't sound ominous.
Well, that's kind of the point. We got to sort of drive this one home.
Let's give it a shot.
All right, so you guys eat up, drink up. Maybe some of you catch a buzz, and you're off. And as Grognak suspected, you guys try the front door and find that it is indeed locked. It being 9 o'clock at night.
Where's the secret passage in?
The secret passage is behind a bush, and there's a latch, a hidden latch that's painted that just kind of looks like it's part of the wall. You hit, and then you see a recess, which is odd for a church to have, but it has it. And the recess itself is, they say it's a door because it's not a window, it's a port really, and it's almost like a crawl space to get in. You push the recess in, and it moves to the side, um, and it's about 3 feet by 3 feet to get into.
Here you are.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Good job. All right, after you.
All right. Who's going in first?
Screw it, why not? I'll go in first.
All right, Grognak, you do have dark vision, correct?
I believe half elves have dark vision.
Yeah, they do.
Ram will follow Grognak, but not like super closely.
Yeah, 60-foot dark vision.
All right, so you guys get in, and you guys realize this is the reason, I guess, that this is there. It looks like this is a uh, emergency exit from their privies. It's a hall of privies that you guys just came into, and there they are. There's just a row on each side, and you guys came in through the side from in between one of them.
Where is
It's
he,
kind of
Brody?
foul.
I pull my cloak in front of my face. The sulfur's better than this.
All right, that was really just to mess with you guys. So as you guys come out, um, you guys come out of the privy, um, and you guys make your way down the dormitory. Um, you get
Can I
some.
stealth?
Go ahead. Yeah, if you guys want to stealth, go ahead. Now would be the
Oh, for
time.
sure.
Oh boy.
I'm going to use my reroll on that.
Go for
Ah, shit, I technically don't have one because the store's not active.
it.
Gotta love
Uh,
chainmail.
I'll go ahead and you can go ahead and give me roll another stealth. Grognak, just go ahead and purchase it next time. Make a note somewhere.
I accidentally rolled it just to you, Craig. Mine was a 23.
That's fine. I see it.
It's better than it was, but it still wasn't great.
So suspiciously, I do not have one from Sachet.
Sachet suspiciously does not even attempt. He just walks.
Okay.
It's just not. It's not a thing.
Nubbins, Grognak, and Sachet. Yeah, you guys, the whole privy thing threw you guys a little bit, and you're like trying to like knock stuff off your shoes. You're bumping into walls, and in Sachet's case, you just sound like a hunk of metal uh, walking down a hall. And as such, um, you start seeing people opening their doors and looking out and seeing you guys. Um, but they're not really doing too much. They're just looking at you guys quizzically. And finally, some woman comes out. Crex, you recognize her as the priestess. And she comes out. How can I help you? We are closed currently.
Oh yeah, who knows?
Then why have you entered? I assume through the privy hole?
Oh yeah, man. You need a little sign up out there.
Or a lock.
Yeah, a little
Well,
something.
if you've come to kill me, please make it quick.
Well, kind of trying not to do that. I was hoping you'd be like, "Hey, is there a way around that?" But I mean, if he really wants to, I mean, pretty quick.
I have tried to live my life in the light and help others see it. But the darkness swirls all around us. If you are the hand of darkness, I will not fight it. For those who will rise up will be stronger than I ever could.
I've heard that's before.
It really doesn't work that way. You just die.
It is unfortunate that you believe so.
No, I mean, it's like, you get to go see Kellenvor and like other things happens, but like that whole thing, like if you die, somebody else better comes along. It's not like that. It's because like if it was like that, why would you be living?
I am
See,
an
if it was
example for
yeah, but
my
like
patron.
if the next one's better, then the best thing for you to do would be to off yourself, and it's
So
not
is
that.
this what you came to do? Is
Well,
to
basically,
argue?
yeah, basically. Looks, I don't want to kill you. I mean, bads.
Then do not if you do not wish to kill me.
Yeah, but like you're not doing real goods. See, like you're doing okay, but you're not the best one to be doing the things. So we need a better one to be doing the things. And to do that, you got to be like, hey, you're gonna let somebody better do this thing, and I'm gonna do this other thing.
You are not making sense. Please be more specific, please.
Man,
It is
He's
late.
telling you to step down.
yeah, that one's.
I cannot do so.
See, you cans.
I am walking my path.
Yeah, you're not.
Path is going to get you killed.
So be it.
Hmm. See, like, that's not
Cobb
good.
has saved me, and I shall live my life in what I deem is necessary to promote the greatest god.
So, like, you okay
Yeah.
with being dead, right?
We all die.
No, like,
We
right
choose
now. I mean, it's like,
how.
you okay with being dead, so, like, right now?
We all have a choice when we die. It's how we choose to. I have seen past this corporeal world. I know what lies beyond. I have knowledge you could only grasp the tip of. It is okay if you kill me. I know what shall come.
Jizz.
It is unfortunate that you came to seek out my death for someone else's purpose and not for yourself. Tell me, what do you seek to gain?
Honestly, would rather not kill you. It's pointless. But
Here you
that's
are,
part of why we're here.
on someone else's word,
Yeah,
out
someone
to
else's
kill.
word who's going to get you killed one way or the other. Whether it be by our hand or by someone else's. And trust me, I'd rather it be neither. It would be best for you to step down and let someone else take here.
The Lord of all magic, the Archmage of deities, does not bend the knee to anything as paltry as death. And I shall not either. I do not care. I live my life as I see fit. And unfortunately, I believe we've come to loggerhead on this. So, do what you must in front of everyone looking at you. They shall see you for what you are. And she raises her hands and looks at her staff. Do not harm them. They must live with the consequences of their actions and be damned in this life and the next. So please, do what you feel you must.
Okay, good deals. She said don't hurt us. You'll hear that, right? He
Oh,
grabs her and
I'm
picks her up, just
gone.
throws her over his shoulder, and starts walking away.
You'll have to make a grapple check.
Sure.
As soon as he grabs her, I dimension door out.
Yeah, so where's this roll?
Doesn't Dimension Door allow you to take others with you?
I could take one willing creature.
Gotcha.
Where is this roll? Zache.
13.
Get your filthy hands off of me. And she slaps you.
Hey, looks. Like 3 seconds ago, you're like, hey, it kills me. Now goes to pick you up, and you're like, no! Make up your damn minds.
I said that if you kill me, I shall not care. It doesn't mean I will like it. Get your filthy hands off.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
looks.
yeah, lady.
I do a
Let's
lot of work
go.
with a forge, okay?
I guess hold person on her.
Yeah, she's held. I mean, let me actually. I'm not going to choose to fail. Let's make straight on these. I assume 12 does not pass. So
Yeah, DC 15. Yeah.
Yep, she is held.
Okay, let's go.
Fantastic.
All right, pleasure doing business with you all.
All right, she's gonna make another attempt right before you hit the door. I imagine. Are you guys leaving it through the front door
Yep.
and not through the privy hole?
I
By
mean,
the way,
through the
guys, you gotta
privy hole
clean
might
that
be
up.
the better idea.
Oh, come on, Smiths.
She she starts fighting before you get to
She's paralyzed.
the-
Oh,
And she
Uh,
made another
at the end
wisdom
of her
saving
turns.
throw.
Yeah,
Oh,
she made
yeah,
another
yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah, so I
so-
would honestly, I probably would have been the one that would have picked her up to carry her out.
All
Seeing
right. Well,
as the
she's no
shave
longer
fumbled.
paralyzed, but it's at the end of her turn. You have, I assume you've picked her up. She's still on your shoulder, but now she's just fighting with you.
That's fine.
So to shove her out, we'll make one strength contest.
No, just holding on to her.
That's what I'm saying. You are holding onto her. She's trying to break that grip. So just
Yep.
make one more strength contest. Yeah, you got her. You've shoved her out of either the privy hole or the front door. Where are you guys headed?
Where to, Shay?
I was thinking, like, over to that assassin's place. Like, if she thinks it's okay she'd be dead, we'll go put her in a hole for a little bit. And then she can see what happens. It's not good, ladies. I'm telling you.
Good
So-
enough.
let's do it.
You haven't bound her. You haven't gagged her. So she's starting to create an uproar. She's starting to shout as loud as she can, at least.
Really
Come, look at these harlots. Come
Can I
to
knock her
take
out?
me. Kill me. Yeah, sure. Make an attack roll.
Cool.
Damage.
Don't add the takeaway 2 from that. It's 4.
Oh, I gave her 5 HP.
Shit.
You have 2 attacks, though.
Oh, that's right, I do.
Just flicker at the forehead. Poof.
All right, you're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
there we go. She's out cold.
Yeah, sure. She's out.
Non-lethal damage.
Yep. She is. Oh. Cool. All right, she's going to be out for the next 2 hours.
That's cool.
All right. So you got in, got out. People saw your faces. And you left with a
It was dark.
screaming priestess. Yeah. This is a mixed land. Everyone can see through. Half the people can see through the dark. So she started screaming. You knocked her out. Where are you headed?
Assassin's Guild? Or the
I'm
former
going back
Assassin's
to
Guild?
the Toad.
You are didn't state where you the code was. I didn't see it, so I will say you guys are in District 4, and you'll have to go one district. So I only need a stealth roll from each of you. Whoever's going back to the Assassin's Guild with the.
I'll purchase a reroll for Joe as well.
can
Okay,
do
you
it.
were.
I'll get my own. Don't worry about it. What is?
With guidance. Oh, yeah. A 3. No, 4. 4.
I will gladly buy you a reroll for that.
It's
bad.
why you're just wasting your time.
I got a
has-
shit ton of silver. It's okay.
I mean, he still probably has as much, if not more, than you stored up. If he really wanted to, he could purchase his.
I'm just.
I got
it's
it.
just- It's,
No,
it's,
I want to do it. I just get the macro right.
it's not a thing he does.
The item is not found because I think they have the store disabled.
The store may be
Yes.
turned off.
As long as we can be on the honor system right now, so as long as you guys purchase them later, that is fine.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I got like 10,000 silver, so I
All
think
right,
I can
so-
afford it.
A 21
7?
with it.
No, you still have the -1 to your stealth.
Sorry,
right?
20. Yeah, 20.
20. All right. Joe,
Same thing again.
All right, Joe and
Nubbins is loud and proud, baby.
you guys seem to be drawing attention almost purposely so the rest of the group can sneak off. And it seems to be pretty successful. Grognak carrying the body, uh, Ram leading the way. Crew seems to have taken off. But even Zache is being quiet. Actually, you're in full plate armor. It's at disadvantage, but that's okay. We'll do that later. No, it's fine. It's fine. But you guys are kind of making some noise purposely, and the rest of the group can get away. And you guys are hanging back a little bit. So give it a couple of minutes, and then you guys can join them in the Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Guild. All right. So as you guys walk into the Assassin's Guild, your favorite janitor. Let me get rid of the part. Whoop. Your favorite janitor is and the noble.
Whoop,
Yeah,
can't see
things
now.
got dark. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
probably.
you've got the dynamic lighting on.
Ugh.
I can just turn that off, I think.
Yeah, you guys know where it is. Let me see if I can just. Enable. Okay. Huzzah. Better?
Better.
Okay.
Better.
Your favorite janitor is there. And he comes running up. Oh, Masters, it's been such a long time since I've seen you. So
It's only
glad.
been about a week.
He's been by himself for a week. So glad to to see you again. As you can see, everything is clean. I'm doing well. You know.
Can I give
we-
a look around to see if it's actually clean?
Oh yeah, it looks pretty clean. He's had a week, and he's done a pretty good job of keeping up. There's no cobwebs.
Can
You
I
know, it's
reach
not
up
his.
and like drag my finger across the top of the door sill?
Oh, in that case, yeah, no, there's still some particles. Like he's doing an okay job for a fighter turned janitor, but you know, he's just trying his best. He's definitely trying. It looks clean and it's
Not
definitely
quite as
nice.
clean as barracks I kept would have been, but good enough.
Hey, looks okay. So we got this lady here. We're gonna need to hold her. Is probably a priestess, and she might be pretty kicking. So, like, you got a good spot to put a priestess?
Well, we have the cells.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm gonna turn and
so-
look at Zache. She's a priestess. That means she might have some of the same abilities you do, right?
That's what I was saying, man. We put her in the cells.
Right. But would she be able to get out?
Yeah, maybe. That's why there's guards. Like, this is like an all-day thing. No, like a couple hours.
Yep, so I guess we'll go and stick her back in the cell. Or a cell.
For her. All right, so you guys just stick her in the cell, and do you give your do you give any instruction?
Yeah. If she gets out, knock her out, put her back in.
Knock her out and put her back in. Okay, can do.
Was that she was planning on hanging out till she woke up, but okay.
Yeah, but if she gets out of the cell.
Yeah, I know, man. So we're gonna. It's fine. Looks, the cells have chains. We're going to use the chains. This is what these are like made for, right? Remember, they kept him in.
Yeah, but could it keep you in?
Well, let's see here. I mean, it's like. See, this is like a barrel hinge thing. Like, if I had like a thing, I could pop it up and then move it around. Yeah, maybe.
Grubneck was saying that basically based upon the fact that he has absolutely no interest in religion and seeing what you can do with metal, he assumes that she could probably do something similar.
Oh no, like the actual troubles is like if she does like the sandings and like calls for help, or if she like brings in the gods, or just like starts smiting us with holy fires. That's when the troubles really happens. Just getting out of the cage isn't like the big problem.
Hey,
Blindfold.
masters. I'm
Probably
sorry
do.
to interrupt, but I've been here for a week, and I was hoping that perhaps I could have some duties outside. I haven't really been outside much, and this is starting to really get to me.
I'll give
sure.
him, yeah, I'll give him 20 gold, and basically be like, go enjoy yourself.
Oh hey, like bring back some like good food and like some good drinks, like something for the lady.
Oh, right. And he just takes off.
I swear,
And he, at all
I want to
costs,
murder him.
uh, and Sheridan kind of ruined him, so he avoids all eye contact with ladies right now. He is definitely very scared of
Whoops.
women. So he takes off and says, "All right," and he'll come back at his own leisure.
Okay, so like we'll do the blindfolds. We got the chains, little foot thingies. Hey Frigga, is Frigga here? Hey
Yeah.
Frigga, Frigga, you want to do me a favor and like search this one?
Sure.
Because like I'll leave paw prints, and he holds up his hand, and he's got like soot everywhere.
So, what do I roll for a search? Investigation for that?
What are you searching for again? Sorry.
Did I say once or two search?
Oh yeah, like just make sure like any holy symbols, you take them off, like bags of components, like you know.
Yeah. So, uh, let's say
Okay.
that this was meant to be a court. Correct. You're not here, are you? Correct.
No, Craig said he went to the Tipsy Toad.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, this was meant to be a court. So there's really no holy symbols here. It's
No, her on
Her,
her.
the
I'm searching her.
yeah, no, she's like chock full of stuff. Like even her like uh yeah, just everything has like symbols on her. She's got a necklace, her uh she's a cleric, so she has
Never
a
mind. Just like strip her down. I'll
quarter
find her something.
staff. She's got, her personal clothing is has the iconography of Bakrobe.
She says, I ain't comfortable stripping her down until we got actual clothes for her to put back on.
There's a
I
bear
don't.
skin right here.
On the floor, that's gross. Don't know where that's been. But
Seriously, looks it's okay. Looks.
not in the naked human way, but in the it's cold and uncomfortable way. I mean,
Oh my
I'd
God.
rather be kind of nice to her for now. I mean, she ain't a bad person. We're just
Look,
trying
we're
to save her life, right?
trying to show her what it's like to be dead, and you're worried about her being a little cold. Oh my God.
I mean, if
It's fine. It's fine. There's a bedroom over here. Hang on. I'm sure there's got to be like a nightshirt or something.
this ain't gonna show her what it's like to be dead. Sorry to say. What with her being, it's just
No.
gonna make her alive and uncomfortable, and probably pissed off.
Yeah, it's fine.
But this will at least keep her from being killed by somebody else.
It's true. I mean, it's like, what assassin is going to think to look in assassin's guild for their target?
All right. So you take
But
her.
she will. Well, I was gonna say she will at least take everything, like if she was carrying a weapon, any holy symbols, any necklaces, jewelry, anything that could possibly be magic, and keep it all together.
Yep, you do the pat down. You take everything. Are you keeping it? Or are you putting it like in
She'll put it in like a pouch or a bag or whatever it could fit in, and just keep it all together. I mean, for now she'll hold
Okay.
on to it, but she's not planning
Um,
on like stealing it from her.
yeah,
Keeping
so
it.
she had a quarterstaff, a holy symbol pendant. These are things that you want to probably put in this bag. Holy symbol pendant, a you had late at night. She, some jewelry, not fine jewelry, just kind of common jewelry, um, and a couple of prayer pages. Not no real coin or anything like that. Nothing of huge value.
What's her name again?
Priestess of Prakob.
We'll call her Cheryl.
I hear they give up the titles when they like take on a position.
I'm just keeping a list of.
Yep. Again, eh?
You said the adulting was done.
I know. I was hoping so.
Free magic item for everybody.
Give me a minute.
He didn't say no.
It's true. He could just be looking up the magic items to give us.
Exactly.
Okay, no magic items for everyone. You just got a sickle. Calm down.
Yeah, that's a magic item for one person. The rest
Yeah,
of us
who
made something.
actually claimed that, by the way? Did anyone claim it? Or want
It's current. Zester's currently carrying it.
No.
But
Something for you guys to discuss later on.
yes.
All right, so you lock her
How
up.
much damage does a sickle do?
1d4.
You
Yeah, fuck that.
1d5 in this case, right? It's 1d4 plus 1.
1d4 plus 1, yeah.
And then it has
And a
the
crit
extra
range.
expanded crit range. So you lock her up, take her stuff, and you guys are off. I assume you guys are headed back to the Toad.
I was gonna wait for her to wake up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Yep.
are you gonna wake her up or are you gonna wait the extra hour?
No, wait.
You get yourself comfortable. Okay.
Yep.
So be it. It's now 11:30 and she starts to wake up. Ugh, she starts holding her head as she got whacked by a warhammer twice.
They were gentle taps.
Enough to knock her out unconscious. She's got to worry about traumatic brain injuries now. Maybe she gets CTE later. Who knows? If she
She'll be
lives that
fine. She can heal herself.
long.
Hey, you doing alright back there?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really actually bring anybody else here because most people are like, "Hey, I would like not to die."
Am I all right? You
Yes, is you all
abducted
right?
me, assaulted me,
Yes.
and now are restraining me against my will.
Yeah, that's
What
pretty much it.
do you think? If I am all right? Hmm?
For your
Well,
safety.
To be honest, this is being merciful.
What's? It's not what. What's? Oh,
All this mercy?
no, it's call this like talking to you because you was being a little dumb up there. You're like,
Because I
oh
did.
hey, it's okay if I die. It's not okay if you die.
So you barge in to tell me it's not okay if I die, and then abduct me.
Yep. Because you was like, no, it's okay if I die. So it's like,
Excuse me if I do not find reason in your word. Your actions do not befit what you are off, what you try to tell.
okay, so like, you know people is trying to kill you, right? And you's not making it hard for them. And you seems like a pretty good person who shouldn't be dying. So like
How
you needs
long
to
do you
make it
think
hard
people
for
have
you.
been trying to kill me? Hmm?
Well, unless
This
they's
isn't
really bad at it, it couldn't have been more than like 10 minutes because like we tried for like 5.
people tried to kill me before I was even born. People tried to kill me when I was a child. People tried to kill me as a young adult. I almost died when I was raped. This is not the only time people have killed me, and yet here I stand, or in this case, chained, and I shall continue living on.
I'm thinking you don't know how like weapons work. Because like if
Faith,
Grognak swings a little harder, you don't keep
faith,
living.
all I need in knowing the promise of my Lord, Kobe, in all his great wisdom and power. You did not kill me because he wills it.
No, I did not kill you because I was trying to make a deals with you because that's how Joaquin work. But if like he's like, oh no, the deal's fine, just go ahead and kills me. I don't think it's a good deal, but man, I'll take the deal.
And what deal is it that you offer? Something that was already mine, my life, that you have now taken?
Well, actually, he was trying to deal with the other people's and trying to be like, hey, they's willing to take your life, which means like that's the price, and they's wanting you to step down. So I was trying to negotiate. Hey, how about instead of that, you do this, and there you goes.
And how long or how far would you go to make sure wrong is not done? How many people would you kill to stop a genocide? What is your law? Apparently, kidnapping is okay to prevent a death,
Meh.
but a death of someone who would welcome it, who wills, believes her God shall protect her as he has always. You are wrong, sir. This is wrong. You are committing an atrocity against my person.
Okay.
So,
So,
what will you do with me now? You have me in a cage.
Well, I was figuring I'd leave you here a while. Because like you
Mm,
said, hey, if you's dead, other things, good things will happen. And I was thinking you're probably wrong. So if I put you in this cage, those other good things should happen, right? So like right now there should be like somebody awesome's like going, hey, I'm the new leaders, right?
well, I hope you feel good in your false imprisonment. Hope your conscience and your God sees fit to reward you.
Yeah, she was pretty like hands off on this one. Because like she's like, hey, and I was like, oh,
And what God is that? What is so? What God is so lenient?
well, I asked Joaquin to ask Bagab, and they was like, we don't care. I was like, that really? And I was like, you sure? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, okay. So like apparently this thing you're doing is not so great. And I'm thinking it's probably because you're not paying attention. Like maybe you're doing all the right things, but you're not listening. Because like I'm trying to tell you shit and you's not listening.
It's hard to listen to someone who's imprisoned you, knocked you out, and kidnapped. Would you not say that is correct?
No,
We
it's actually
tried to
pretty-
tell you this before we did all of this.
Yeah, like we did.
This before we mean when you broke in to my sanctuary
Hey, we didn't break nothing.
and defiled it. Is that what you're saying? That I should
Eh.
listen to those thieves? If I listened to every person who wanted to wrong me, where would I be? I do not cave to your threats of terror.
So, like, you think your church is doing okay, yeah?
We are doing what Macabre will.
You sure? Because, like, when I asked, they were like, eh. Like, when's the last time you asked?
I commune with him daily.
No. Not commune. Not like, hey. No, I mean, like, you ask. You're like, hey, is this the best thing?
Macabre does not care about the trifles of one lowly priestess.
See, you's
Is
not one only
concerned
priestess. You's a whole
grander than
church. You's leading. That's what I'm saying. You being you is fine. But you being you and leading, there's difference.
I shall lead by example.
And it's not how people leads all the time. Not everybody's can follow like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't need nobles, and peoples need nobles. That's why I'm here.
You do what you must.
That's what I'm doing. I
So,
think this argument's gonna get circular and go on for several hours.
so how long shall I be here?
I don't know. How long do you normally stay dead?
I have never been dead.
Well, it's good. Then we'll figure it out together.
And prison warden, what shall I call you?
Oh, as I say, Zeshi.
Zache the warden.
Yeah, it's just say. I mean, like,
And
it's,
his lackeys, and she turns her head toward Frigga and Grognak.
oh, I likes that. Call them lackeys. That's pretty funny.
And what are your names?
You're going to get the Warhammer treatment too, Zashay.
Hey, come on. That's funny.
You complicit in these crimes? Is he making
The way
you,
I see it,
this noble making you do his bidding?
no one's making us do a damn thing. Way I see
choose
it.
this life of crime.
We've put this off for
You
over
asked
2
me a
weeks.
question and I'm gonna answer it, so shut up and let me talk, please. The way I sees it, you ain't doing a real good job, and you don't seem to realize that, and people are gonna take your life. You are safer here right now, whether you like it or not.
And you get to judge what happens to me based on
You're
my...
not doing a good job of it yourself, so currently,
Is this the punishment of poor performance?
when it means an innocent life being lost, yeah, I think so, at least for a little while.
Macabre has set me on your path to enlighten you. I accept this challenge, Will. You shall be my greatest triumph. The crime lords who have punished me, forsaken me, shall be the ones to exclaim the extols of Macabre. I shall look forward to our conversation.
I can't sleep. Gosh, dramatic.
She goes right to sleep. All right, she'll be asleep, I think, right for the next hour. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll pull it up.
All right. So what are you guys doing now? Your boy comes running back in, with like handsfuls for jerky, and handful full of jerky and all sorts of crap. Uh, not good stuff, like maybe some chicken on a stick, that kind of stuff. Oh, it's great to see you guys back. I didn't think you'd be here. How long we keeping her?
It's be a little while, probably.
Okay. He's just not going ahead and gnawing on this stuff.
Make sure to save some of that for her.
Oh, I thought the 20 gold was just for me.
No, it's all right, man. So we'll get some like real foods. This looks a little dodgy.
She's actually only asleep for 1 minute. So
All right. Well, the 1 minute's almost up. Are you guys going to take off?
let's just get out of here, guys. Before she wakes
Don't
up and goes on.
Let her out.
All right,
Do
not a
not
problem.
listen to her preaching.
All right. So you guys leave, heading back to Toad.
Yeah. So
Yep.
All right. So you meet up with Crex. Crex, are you asleep by now, or?
When I
waking
got
up with
back, I probably would have started a ritual again to resummon my familiar,
Yeah,
Yep.
enough time has
And
passed
then-
where you would have gotten that.
headed back downstairs, and waited for them to get back.
All right. Are you going to download him to the happenings?
Yeah, we'll update them.
All right. And I assume you guys are going to go off to sleep.
Yes.
All right. It is now May the 1st, 8 a.m. 1 day away. How do you choose to spend the last day before you're meeting the council?
Mm,
I think
Let's
maybe we
see.
should find out what the buzz is about after what we did. Because are those people gonna listen? You know, like she said, not not to
So-
retaliate, but
Yeah, so Ben wasn't with you. Are you trying to avoid talking around Ben about what happened? Or do you
yes,
not care?
I mean, from my understanding, he's trustworthy enough. But
Fair
that
enough.
depends on everybody else.
trust Ben.
Yeah, and when you guys are talking around him,
like
he
from
kinda,
Frigga's point of view, they're trying to save her life because she's.
yeah, no,
up
he
at
sides with
herself.
you guys. I mean, you saved his life. He feels like you guys are super trustworthy. You've handled the Takors the way he wanted you to, or he would like you to. So he trusts your judgment on this. Some people,
Yeah, it's like fine to put your faith in the gods, man, but like we're supposed to be serving them, not them us. So like you gets to do stuff.
All right. So what will you do? Are you guys gonna try to meet up with the Takors? You guys gonna spend your day frolicking?
Depends
Well-
on what's on the agenda for everybody.
Zashay was planning on psychological torture, i.e., talking to the captive for hours on end.
Yeah, sure. You guys
But-
can have fun doing that.
I believe the Takor answer was no.
That's what I thought.
So I do not believe a conversation with the Takors is required.
All right. All right, that's fine. Okay, so you guys spend the day doing what you will. Sounds like fun. We'll fast forward to the second.
Mm-hmm.
You guys. Oh, you're not in the cemetery. I do not know why that showed up. you guys get to the hearing.
So
And let me move back.
we have had 2 days of activity.
Yeah, you had a full day here of doing what you want.
All right.
Doing what you want. So we will fill that one in again during downtime RP.
Fail, pass. Okay.
Surprisingly, when you guys arrive, it seems as you guys just arrived in time. And it seems like the hearing for you guys actually got moved up. You guys arrived just in time. And you hear the reporter say, next on the docket, a matter of an assassin's, or sorry, a new guild, an adventurers guild. For all those who are arguing for this, please step forward.
Okay, that was cool. Means no wait times. Nice.
So you're talking about we need to step forward for this?
So whoever wants to speak on your behalf, Benjamin will speak. Will step up with whoever else wants to step up and talk.
I mean,
I think Nubbins had the best.
Yeah, who has the best charisma modifier?
I think that was Nubbins.
Nubbins may have the best charisma modifier, but Joe P does not have the best charisma modifier, actually.
That's okay.
Let's see.
You did good enough with the
Hey, Frigga, try and look martial while you read this.
My charisma modifier is -1.
Oh, then no, his isn't the best.
Oh, I have a 0.
I have a 0.
Don't worry, I got this.
Uh-oh.
I thought your charisma modifier was bad as well. Hold on. Zache has no, that's bad. So yeah, it's either Grognak or Frigga.
Man, look, I'm over it.
If it's in that case, Frigga will.
What? Come on.
I trust that shit.
Yeah, means. Let me do
The
some
negative 1
speechifyings.
modifier.
Let me do the speechings.
Okay.
We probably should have figured this out before the hearing.
Zeshe just like stands up. He takes out the little Okay, so this letter right here, this letter came from the front, and I want everybody to hear this. And he flips it open. He starts reading off whatever the fellow in the front wrote. And that's why. Okay, like, everybody think about that. And this here fellow, this is Ben. Ben's going to say a little bit too.
Okay. So, please, who steps forward?
Zache already started
Zache did.
talking.
Zache's got hit, and he's reading the
Benjamin Grimstone.
Benjamin Grimstone.
And Ben looks at you and extends his arm as like, please begin.
He did.
No, it's okay. So look, we're looking to form an adventurous guild for the benefits of like everybody's, the city, the guilds, the merchants, the clerics, the colleges. Everybody benefits by having good, trustworthy peoples that can take care of jobs, and that's what we are. And what we have here, and he holds up the letter, what we have right here is testimony from the fronts, okay, from the peoples regarding you right now, saying what good job we did. And he opens it up and he reads off whatever was written in there. And he passes it on.
A clerk comes by and to look at it and to hand it off to the 9.
Yep. Okay. Also, we've been traveling around, getting to know the place. Ben right here, Prince, of Steel Province. I'd like to have him say a little words on our behalf.
It's simple. They're trustworthy. This should be a simple matter. If you don't, let them have the guild. Here, we'll open one up in Steel Province. Thank you.
There you go. Blocking competition. Good deal. Good deal, Ben. Good thoughts.
So, as you're wrapping up, and the note gets passed around, handy dandy sheet here. The 9 listen, some nod, some don't. Some are like Clarence Thomas and don't even look at you, for those who like courts. And then the 9 ask a question. The Prime Minister says, "All right, for the vote, it's customary that we ask a question." And he turns to Aaron Wed. "You may begin." And he looks and says, "We've not had an Adventurers Guild. Why do we need one? You say because it offers jobs. If we haven't had one, who's gonna join? Who's gonna be benefiting?"
These good questions. Good questions. So, like, first of all, see everybody here? Plus, I mean, number one, employment rate is going to increase immediately. Okay, because right now, unemployed. So unemployment right up. Number two, you got folks. Maybe they cause them trouble. Maybe they like to fight. You want them fighting the right peoples. That ways, we point them to the right peoples to fight, and they're not your peoples.
All right.
Adventurers Guild, good for the economy, good for everybody.
Surrey gets to next, and he happens to have the piece of paper, and he stands up. "Lady and gentlemen of the council, sirs, madams, I have had the unfortunate honor of dealing with them before, and I can tell you firsthand they are not trustworthy. I've seen this note that we all have looked at. I can tell you it is not authentic." He tears it up into many pieces and throws it in front. "If everyone here is smart and knows what's best for them, I say this newcomer does not belong here in province. Thank you." And he sits back down.
Oh, hang on, man. Let me get that for you. And he reaches down and grabs the paper.
"You are not
mends it,
allowed to
pulls it up.
talk, sir, unless you are directly asked a question," the clerk.
Oh, sorry about that. No problem.
The merchant comes in and he says, "I have no questions." The at-large, the champion of the fighting pits, he it's not even close to you. You can't even get to the pages to mend to it. Champion stands up, and the crowd kind of starts clapping. "Yeah, Ahsoka!" And he quiets everyone down and says, "I am a man of the people." People start clapping. And he quiets them down again. "I have made my name on fighting. This is what this group is also trying to do. However, it doesn't seem like they or want to be regulated. Tell me, sir, how would we know you are up to good and not up to bad?"
Well, hang on. We're here to be regulated, man. That's why we're registering. If we weren't like trying to be regulated, we wouldn't be here. So, like, let me say, that's why we're in here talking to you fine folks of the councils. I mean, like, looks, everybody's here. You see us. You'll know who we are. You'll know where we are. You know what we do. It's because when we get paid, you guys get paid. Because, like, stuff goes to the council, right? We pay taxes and such.
The clerk looks, kind of whispers over to you. "You're here to get approval to build it. There's no real oversight."
Well, yeah, but like this, it's the approvals. That's the oversight. Like, it's these fine folks. And he gestures to this circle.
All right. The clergy, uh, the elf cleric of Palor, she asks, and how will this benefit the soul of province? Ben just kind of looks at you like, I got nothing.
Oh man, it's okay, man. Joaquin is all about it. Good deals, man. Absolutely good deals. Paylor, great gods. I mean, can't say enough about them. But looks, sometimes you need to like make a deal happen. That's where Joaquin comes in. That's what we're trying to do today. Find the best deals. So what we do is we give people who's like, hey, can't think of a way to get things done. We give them a way to get things done. That puts their souls at ease. It's all kinds of goods.
Okay. The workers councilman. She is a craftsman, dragonborn craftsman, bronze scales. She says, we all, I sound like Crime McGruff. I got Crime, my whole range is like the Crime McDog, the Cookie Monster, or Yoda. That's all I got. I'm sorry. She says, she
Take a
asks,
bite out of crime.
yeah. Well, that's Ben. That's Ben. That's actually where Ben is. I've noticed that for the last like 5 minutes. Anyway, she says we all need more work. There's too many people without jobs. I say, let them have it. And she sits down. The colleges, Hobbs. I didn't meet him personally, the one speaking before us, but I have had some interaction, and I must contest what the good noble Seri, Yonu, has to say. They seem to be upstanding and hardworking. We could all use more of that. The courts. Narvi, the one that was impostered, at least a hand signature was. She asks a question. And this Adventurers Guild, will you be killing people?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes if it's a fight, sometimes you kill people. I mean, I try really hard to not to kill people. But like, if you're talking like legal citizens that isn't done nothing wrong, then no. But if he's like saying just hey peoples, yeah, sometimes peoples die.
All right. And finally, the soldiers. Zobra, half orc monk, just stares into you. And oh, can you make a wisdom save?
Can I make a wisdom save? I don't know.
Yes, make it higher than a 7. Yeah. He's trying to stare you down and intimidate you, but you just kind of quizzically look at him and like, this guy, come on, like really? Is that it? And everyone on the council sees what's going on and they just kind of roll their eyes at him. All right, and then the all right, we will now have a vote. All those for, and you hear I from the at-large, I from the workers, I from the clergy, I from the colleges. All those opposed? Noble 1, 2, the merchant, and the soldiers are all opposed. And the courts, excuse me, are all opposed. It's a tie. Prime Minister, it is up to you. Prime Minister comes up and asks one last question. We all know that these are troubled times, that there is good that needs to be done. I say the more that we have willing to take a stand, the better. I shall grant you your wish. Your guild is approved. Next case. And you are ushered out. You are granted privileges to set up an adventure.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Well,
You
that
are
was a
now
big to do.
you can collect your papers now, if you would like to put it back together, Sachet.
Hey, man,
Amend them.
He looks up at the series like, dudes, that was not cool. But you know what? It's okay. 10% discount for the first job you need. You tell me.
All right, and with that, we shall end our session. You are at the morning of May the 2nd. Your guild has just been approved. We've had a lot of downtime in between. You have kidnapped a priest of backup on interesting grounds. You have impersonated a officer of the council. You've done quite a lot. Congratulations. Unfortunately, I will only give you guys. I'll give you some XP for your well done role play, and I will actually listen. I'll take a page out of some of our other books. Are there any? What do you guys call it? Kudos, mentions. What do you guys call it?
Cool things
for
that
what
happened.
Yes, in this session.
Nubbins with just the whole interaction between Nubbins and the secretary lady.
Yes.
Still regret not killing her.
Maybe we'll get a contract taken out on her.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, no, I wanted to blast lightning all through that office.
I want to throw in for Ram specifically with the dagger shining it in people's eyes.
How about for Casey essentially arguing our case for us in front of the council?
That was a tough ask.
There were definitely a few points in my mind where I was like, I want Grognak to bust out against this. Ah!
They tore up my paper.
I would have been like, you son of a bitch.
Hey, man, this is not cool.
I'll give a kudos to Ram for remembering that he had a thing that would do us a
Yeah.
lot of good.
And kudos to Krex for actually going through with it for that.
Yeah. Great job getting us the meeting and getting us the vote. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and using that portent roll.
Oh, yes.
Basically guarantee we were golden.
All
Hey,
right.
gotta pull some weight.
Yeah.
Anything else? All right. Well, with that being said, everyone, you get 1,000 XP for tonight, except for Krex. You can go ahead and level up to level 4.
Dope.
Everyone who got a shout out, you may get an extra 150 XP.
Right.
All right, and with that, I think we can end it.
Sweet.
Cool.
Cool.
Shutting
Thanks
down
everyone
the
for
stream.
hanging in there.